What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite wrestling podcast. It is the Monday Night Wave, baby, and we are back. I'm sorry, it's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. You get the rest. I go by J, aka the Lonely One. This is the Monday Night Wave. This is episode 103. But before we get into that, we're going to introduce ourselves. The Podbreaker, Pods and Breed, Misrespected Jumpers in the building. Konosuke Okada is here with his illustrious, host here. The Heroic One is here. Mr. DT, the DEO is here. And we got to talk a lot of wrestling. A lot. We got Dynamite, we got Backlash, we got releases, we got new news, there's a lot. So without further ado, let's pass it off to my man, the one, the only, Mr. Quattro. Would you please take it away from here?
He is a wild card. He is the king of gorgeous. He is Mr. Sexy Ass Lottery. That's not just me saying it, folks. Everybody is saying it. His name is 4 letters, one word. The Iceman is not a nice man. I'm hot and cold now. I'm Hero, baby, and I'm back. And I'm glad to be back.
Once again, I got my intro stepped on. That's crazy. I can't even believe it. It's your boy DT, the third mic. This thing stepped on my whole intro, so that's all I got right now. I'm not doing a double drink intro. It's not happening. Take us away, Jay. It's not happening.
Yeah, let's go.
It's that time.
Hey, man. Hey.
He got it. We all here. We
all here.
Live and direct.
Also, speaking of which, shout out to Caleb Downs, baby.
That was a great ass pick.
Man, so excited about that. Cowboys might win 10 games this season.
Yeah, that was a great pick. Yeah, let's talk wrestling. Let's get into, the news of news here. I guess for like 2 weeks now we've been talking about the releases that's happened here. It looks like, well, not looks like, it was reported that a good number of talent was released. Kairi Sane, Aleister Black, Zelina Vega, all of the White Six got released. Howdy, which is Bo Dallas, Nikki Cross, Santos did get released too. Dexter Lumis, Gacy Rowan, Motor City Machine Guns, Chase U, Andre Chase, Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, JC Mateo, Jeff Cobb. And the one that caught us all off guard here was the New Day, which came out a little bit later, maybe like a couple of days after these initial releases were reported here. But Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods also got released. Before we get into Kofi and Woods, initial thoughts on the releases here. How do we feel? What was going through your head here? I know Kairi was one that people were like, "What the fuck is going on here?" And I'm gonna just throw it off to y'all. How did y'all feel?
Okay, so I'm kind of numb to this just because I feel like, no, it's not even I feel like. This happened, we get releases like twice a year, and usually some of the releases make sense. There's always like one or two people that don't make sense. Like the first time Aleister was released, and even this time, I'm like, what? That makes no sense. The Kairi Sane one, I'm like, she's in an active storyline that looked like it was setting up for a triple threat at some point. So yeah, there's always some that don't make sense, and to me, there's some that do make sense. You don't like seeing people lose their job, and I know a lot of people have parasocial relationships with with these wrestlers and whatnot. I would say that there is a good we have a healthy wrestling landscape currently as opposed to like 2019 and whatnot. AEW's thriving, TNA's doing better, there's still New Japan, there's multiple other stuff. But no, it does suck. It still sucks, but I feel like some of these were kind of they kind of make sense. Like, I don't know, it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm not going to cry my heart out, but it does still suck. So I don't know. But yeah, I don't know.
DT?
Oh, I thought it sounded like he was.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know if you would. My bad. If I skipped over you.
No, I'm done.
There was only 3 really that kind of pissed me off. Obviously, everybody was mad with Kyrie Sane, so that would be one of them. And this is pre New Day. I was a big advocate and a fan of Santos Escobar, so I thought he was going to be. I mean, if he wasn't going to be like, my thing is this: he wanted to leave. Y'all told him, "Don't leave. We're gonna re-up, do a new deal, and we're gonna give you a fresh storyline and a change in character." Y'all let him go to AAA. He got hurt. Y'all cut him. The other one for me, for the last, we're working on what, 2 years of this pod, at least for a year and a half. I've been a big proponent of Zoe Stark. I've been waiting for Zoe to come back. I've mentioned her numerous times on this pod. That one was a little befuddling to me because I felt like she at least deserved a chance to come back and see what she could do since she got hurt in your ring, on your show, like in a match with somebody else. So, those are the only ones that kind of messed me up. So, everybody else though, you know, good luck. Take care.
This is tough. Because, like, yeah, I get it. Because you're right. Some of them, you're like, okay, it does make sense. You haven't been used. We don't really have a direction for you. We got to keep the train moving. I get it. I completely understand that. Kairi Sane, like you said, people were confused. I was confused. She was still in an active storyline. We had to pivot to where it was just Io and Asuka at Backlash, which should have had some dealing with Kairi Sane. So, yes, we're all pissed off on that one. That makes sense. Alistair, I feel like you didn't know what you wanted to do with him. He had some great moments and great matches. I believe earlier, it was with, was it Mello he's working with? Or was it, no, it was Priest. My bad, it was Priest he was working with.
Yeah, that was his big feud. He had a good match with Randy Orton, too. He had a couple random good matches. Yeah, he's not going to have a bad match, but yeah.
And with Alistair, I also get it, too, because it was like, he's been the same character for 10 years.
Bro, and that's one of my big points with Alistair, too. I love Alistair, but I think for him, like, this is his chance to, like, you got to reinvent. Like, I appreciate you do it, like, keeping the bit. Like, as someone who likes to do bits, like, I appreciate it.
The long-term storytelling?
Bro,
16 years?
I love it. I love that you still have the Seth, the eye injury from COVID from Seth. I love all that. But, like, at this point, you didn't work in AEW and you didn't work in WWE twice for whatever reason. So at this point, yeah, bro, you gotta change your character, bro. Like, you can't. Like, spooky nigga's not working. It's not working.
Question. For both of you, looking at him, what else is he going to be? He would either have to grow out his hair, cover up his tats. Like, there's only so much character work you can do.
Well, he doesn't need to have. Oh, yeah. Well, I was gonna say you don't need to have magical powers. Like, you don't need to be ominous. Because, like, there, there was people like, they were like, he took the carrying cross gimmick, and that's what it was starting to seem like for a hot second. It was like, you don't need to, like, just be what he was in NXT. In NXT, he was just like a black metal dude who would kick you in the head. And that was good enough to where he became NXT champion and whatnot. Like, you don't need to have magical powers. In a hot wife that holds an apple or a snake or something. Like, just be a badass. I
just want to state for the record that I was people also. I was definitely people.
I was not calling you out.
No, I'm not. I'm just stating. I'm stating where I stood on that. So
yeah, no. I feel.
There's a line, right, between, like, supernatural and, like, Damian Priest and, like, Rhea and, like, Brody King, right? You can still have the dark aesthetic, but their gimmicks are not based upon them having superpowers. They're just cool people who have the dark goth aesthetic. Like, it works.
Brody comes out in a shiesty, bro. Like,
and it works.
Fuck Ice Chance. Like, that's dope. Like, just do that.
Yeah. And I like just mimicking off of Hero here. Like, I love Alistair, bro. He has the moveset, like the look, like he has everything except the character and that being connected to with like the fans. Because once again, the supernatural element, you have to get that over with the people watching. That has to be something they're interested in. Like, it's not 2003 or 1994 where the Undertaker's coming out and it's like, damn, the dead man's here. Like, we've moved on as like a group of fans to where like that's just not working.
Yeah,
Or
like, it only works for Wyatt.
You go full throttle and like you're just, that nigga's weird, like Boogeyman, or even this it may be too early, but like Leo Rush. It may be way too early for me to say Leo's name because I don't know how it's gonna play out yet.
Bro, I don't understand.
You gotta go all the way like through. You gotta follow through on it. So yeah, I don't know. I hope he lands somewhere. I hope he is reinventing himself. I just don't know what that looks like. Santos, on the other hand, just like DT said, you gave him the ball, or you wanted to give him the ball. You brought him to AAA. He was going to do some work in AAA. What the fuck happened? And Santos can wrestle, and he can talk.
Yeah.
So it's like that one didn't make any sense to me.
I have a theory on that one. If you want to hear me out,
What you got,
bro? Because I'm a huge Santos fan too. Like when it like, and I've said it on the pod multiple times. Like when it comes like him and Andrade, they're both great. The difference is one can talk, right? Santos is amazing. And I do think it's interesting that they brought the Brinks truck to his house to stop him from going to AEW just to release him half a year later. I do think that's odd. But I honestly, and this goes to some stuff that DT said earlier, not tonight, but in general, I think it has to do with Penta, bro. I think, like, he's just the coolest Latino there is. You got him and Rey Mysterio. Other than, like, do you like, and I think that's, I'm not saying this is a good way to look at it, but I think they're like, hey, bro, they've been looking to finally try to replace Rey Mysterio for like 20, 30 years or whatever. And they finally found someone cool as fuck to replace Rey Mysterio with. And at that point, if you're not Penta, you like, when it comes to like, the Latino picking order hierarchy, I think Penta's just like on a whole different level compared to some of the way that they're looking at others. That's my theory.
No, you're not wrong. Well, I agree with your theory. That is a terrible way to look at talent because everybody can offer something to the table. You know, everybody brings something to the table. But I do understand that, like, you're like, if we have our one, that's it. We don't need another Jimmy Butler. We have Jimmy over here. I don't need to add another one to the team. It's just terrible to like look at it that way, and also terrible because you have AAA, like, and that's like that's the whole brand of AAA, bro. And there's never enough solid talent you can have.
And that's facts. And one of the things that I feel like gives me this reason why I think this is like when you look at the Japanese talent at least for WWE, like if you weren't Asuka, you weren't shit. Like even Shinsuke was like below Asuka until Io got popping. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like they're like, all right, Kari, we can let her go. She can come back or whatever.
That's a fucked up way to think.
We got Io, we got Asuka. Like, and I'm not, again, this is all speculation, but I feel like that's the way, like, they're corporate wise. That's the way they're looking. TKO. They're like, we got two of the best Japanese women already. Why would we need a third?
You're right.
What the fuck? What do you need a third for?
So
I think that's the way.
So you're getting rid of Julia? Because right now she's a dead fish in water. She's floating.
I wouldn't. I don't want to lose their job, so I won't say what I want to say. But
I feel like they put a lot of investment into her. But I'm very worried. I'm worried in the next 2 years if she does not finally start getting hot in the next 2 years. I think I'd be worried.
But then so as the great Trick Willie says, let's talk about it. Whose fault is that? You pulled her from NXT way too early. Both her and Stephanie was like, yo, we not ready yet because we're not confident in speaking. Just because you're like, oh, we got a roster spot, we need to fill it, and they're the best options that we have, let's pull it. How about you just work with who you have until the talent that's ready is ready? And,
you're right.
Sometimes, what's my man's name? I'm forgetting his name right now. Tony D'Angelo. He been in NXT for how long? How long? He was with the 2.0. Mm-hmm. 5 of his classmates, they already on the main stage. it just takes time. Everybody can't come in and hit right away. It's just not
Really?
how it works. Like, so when you get lightning in a bottle with some people, a Oba, a Trick, Braun was kind of pushed a little bit, but when you get that, you have to capitalize on it. For other people, it just takes a little longer to develop, and there needs, like, you have to see that through. When you push people, it's like putting somebody in the game that, like, they are okay practice player, but they're not confident in the game plan. They don't know where they're supposed to stand on the court or where they're supposed to shoot from, etc. You can't push them on the court and be like, all right, go get your minutes.
And it's fucked up because, like, the way they look at it is like, oh, we're putting money in you, we're paying you, we got to see what you got to produce. This NXT, yeah, it's preparing you for the big leagues, but we're ready here. Go out there and swim. And a lot of that is like, if you can swim, you're good. But if you drown, they look at it like, well, I guess we got to, like,
we gave you an opportunity.
Exactly. And that part doesn't work when you're transitioning international talent into the American, like, style of wrestling and, like, WWE TV. There's also parts about, like, pay, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But you are right. Like, it's not those talents' fault for not being ready to go, especially when you rush them out of, like, the developmental system. Going back to some of the releases here, I do want to touch on the White Six just a small bit, because hear me out. When they got cut, I was like, okay, it makes sense. However, they had one of the best fucking, like, introductions I've ever seen in wrestling. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how you don't spin off of that into something. And maybe you didn't know how, but, like, that they had the best, like, them motherfuckers thrashed the fucking backstage, had bodies laying everywhere, killed Chad, and then we just end Raw. Like, that shit was fucking fire.
Well, you know, that's the thing. They did they got the tag team titles for a while, and I think, again, this kind of goes to the Aleister thing. I think, besides Danhausen right now, I think they're trying to deviate from Spooky. And it's like, all right, they were heel, or I think they were faces the entire time, but it's like, what can you do with this?
Right.
I don't know. I think they just feel like, all right, we don't know what to do with this per se. You know, like, this, we don't want it. We want it. I feel like they want to deviate away from the supernatural or whatever the fuck. So,
and you're right, because you can't be 100% supernatural. We need 50-50. With The Fiend, it's 50-50, right? He was doing his gimmicks as himself, as Bray, and then he did gimmicks as The Fiend, and it was like, okay, I see it. When I remember coming into the pod and saying, like, hey, I just think Bo should take the mask off, because it's hard to, like, connect with that 100% of the time. And also, I just didn't like the look of the mask and the dreads. That's just me personally. But also, like, if you take the mask off, we see the face of the leader. There is a face to the group. We know that is the guy that we have to follow here. So I get that part. You can't be 100% Spooky. Once again, I did want to give them a shout out to just having, like, the dopest, like, fucking debut, because that shit was fucking fire. And also, it's really hard to try to, like, do anything post Bray in that same vein. It was almost like a boomerang coming back to hit you at any point in time, because you're not Bray, and that's not his fault. That's not their fault. If anything, it was more to honor that, you know, we're gonna keep Bray's, like, idea and character alive. But once again, Bray was a mastermind. Like, he was just a genius intellect when it came to, like, his character.
I think that once, like, the introduction was dope when they were doing the videos, when you saw Bo Dallas in the office waiting on, I can't remember which GM it was. Maybe it was Aldis at the time, whatever. But, like, once you do all the Spooky stuff, the lights have to come on at some point. You got to get in the ring, and people got to care, like, about the ring work too, not just what's connected to the character. So, like, you still got to wrestle at the end of the day. Even Danhausen, he done had 2-3 matches.
But you have to pick a lane. Danhausen is 50% Spooky, 50% character, right? 50% like, I'm cursing people. There's a connection with the fans. Like, there's something that the fans can grab onto and run with. There was none of that when it came to, like, the Wyatt Six. It was just, these niggas are spooky. Here's his lantern.
I think part of it is also the comedy gimmick, though, because it's like,
Yeah, for sure.
Like with
But that's what
Danhausen,
the connection to the character is comedy.
right? Well, it's just it's just. I mean, yes, correct. But people did like the White. So like anytime they came out, they got a pop or whatever. So it's like the fans, at least the fans at the shows, they like the Wyatts. But like with the comedy gimmick, like Danhausen can therefore like he can work with anybody. But I can't imagine Roman going against the Wyatt Six the same way I can't imagine Roman going against, or at least current Tribal Chief Roman. There's a reason he had that one small interaction with the Fiend. It just, you can't have the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, go against this spooky character who is like Michael Myers. Like, so at some point there's a threshold or a ceiling to where what can these Wyatt people do? They already fought the Street Profits. They already fought Motor Machine Guns. They fought Los Garza. Then they've been beefing with MFTs for fucking for 4 months. At this point, what else can they do? Because I'm not going to put them next to Cody. I ain't going to put them next to Gunther. Gunther ain't dealing with this spooky shit.
And leads me to my next point. Tag team wrestling, right? You gutted a good chunk of tag team wrestling with these cuts here. Yeah. And you're like, what else can they do? Like, it's tag team. We saw them, they got rid of the Wyatt Six. Motor City Machine Guns was just like, why? Like, I thought they had a great tag team run. I thought when they were on TV, they did really fucking well. I don't think, we didn't see them on, maybe we saw them on one PLE. If that. I got to go back and look.
They had a PLE. It was a 2 out of 3 falls against DIY.
Yes. Yep.
It was last year's Rumble, I think. It was last year's Rumble.
I think Motor City Machine Guns were an elite fucking tag team. Like, they knew how they can work anybody. Maybe promo package and on camera maybe could have been better, but at the same time they made up for it with their talent in the ring, right? But also when we talk about WWE and like the way that they produce now, and if these are actors in this movie, what are your characters? How are you guys connecting to the fans? Like, how does that work? Like, we need something, and that's how I've changed my gaze lately to look at it like, what does this character bring to the world of, or to the set of WWE? Yes, you are amazing guys in the ring, but what does that character do? How does that connect? How does that generate money? How do we get a Motor City Machine Guns sequel? Like, what does that look like?
And this is all speculation, but from what I remember, like the main rumor was they weren't even supposed to be called up to the main roster. They were supposed to go to NXT. But then the whole deal with Penta coming before Ray, because Ray couldn't get his release, they're like, all right, we'll just bring in Motor City. Then they won the tag team titles like in their first week, so it's like they got some shine. But like originally, I believe they were supposed to go to NXT. Then you bring into the account of their age, which does that really matter? No, not really, because Punk is old, Roman's old, blah blah blah. But if we're corporate right now, I'm like, all right, well, we got these two 44-year-old dudes. They're both 5'2". Like if you look at them on screen compared to other people, like Montez looked like the Big Show standing next to one of them. I think that's, and again, I'm not trying to insult. And again, this is speculation. I think that's what they were looking at. Does it make it right? No, because we need a good tag team division, and they are good, solid key players. But those other factors, plus the fact that you just brought up with the character. Like, what is their character? They white dudes who invented good tag team wrestling 20 years ago, which all our favorite tag team wrestlers are copying. That's cool, but that's not enough for the sequel. Like you said, that's not enough for the sequel.
And this just sucks because, like, we're talking about WWE and the wrestling history, right? Tag team should always have a spot inside the story no matter what, because it's tag team wrestling. But we kind of see that they're reverting back to where it's not as I don't think it's as prestige as it used to be.
No,
right?
I mean Vince never really liked tag team, and it seems like they're going back to that Vince method of like tag teams are cool, but they're like a place fodder or something.
They're a good moment for us to transition to. If we need to carry the vision for 30, 45 minutes, we can base it around the tag team championships. But like, it sucks. Like I did not expect Motor City Machine Guns to get cut. I know when I saw this one though, I was like, okay, here H got his. JC Mateo gets cut.
Bro, you can't keep posting highlights of him in Lucha Underground and think he gonna get a bag. Now, did he get the fairest start?
No,
not necessarily.
No.
His name is stupid.
Dumb.
But
he's not Samoan.
But did they? No, he's not. But also, like his biggest moments was him wearing a mask and not talking. And like, what are they? They had no like. What was their other choice? To just have him just like at least
Whose fault
like,
is that?
At least Royce. Whose fault that he can't talk? His.
No, whose fault? Whose fault was it that they put him in the situation that he was in?
Bro, they signed. They
He shouldn't have
signed
been
him.
hired.
Exactly, but they signed
That's
him.
crazy.
They
That sound
signed
hate.
him. No, bro.
Get a bag,
look,
my nigga. Get a bag.
get a bag, and he got a bag.
He did.
But bro, like, I'm sorry, like all the clips I see, like you're wasting them, and it's all shit from Lucha Underground. I'm like, bro, that's 20 years ago. And granted, yes, he's not a bad wrestler, but he
he's a great
can't
wrestler.
he can't sail. You gotta sail, at least in this particular company. You gotta sail. You gotta sell your face. If you're gonna be a goon,
Right.
don't look like a goomba. You gotta look like a goon. You gotta be mad. Like you get a goddamn chain that's not choking you. Your first match, he was dressed like a waiter of Olive Garden.
That was true.
Triple H didn't buy him that fit. You didn't come here with no fit. We just gave you a bonus. You had no fit. Yeah, it wasn't a bad. He didn't have the greatest start, but he didn't help. he didn't sell shit. He had five solo matches. Didn't impress nobody. He didn't look in shape. And I'm not trying to weight shame, but like we saw how Fatu when he first came in, and how he got into shape. He got all gas no brakes. Another dude, he didn't change a single thing about him. He just stood there. And then when you put on the face paint, it looks even more goofy.
That was not his idea. I will go on record. I have no knowledge of this, but I am 100% sure him putting on that face paint was not his idea.
But you gotta make it work.
makes
If you want
no
to keep the
sense.
bag coming, you
You're
gotta
right.
make it
You're
work.
right. You got to make it work. It just didn't look good on him. I think
No.
Jeff Cobb, and I've said it before, he's a great wrestler. He's mad athletic, but you're right. He has to sell. You have to be able to sell a character. We didn't even get the they didn't even write the script for JC Mateo because he just wasn't able to like build anything. We just didn't have nothing here.
Did
bro.
he even speak, bro? Like, bro, hey, bro, he gonna be in Don Callis in
I
15
heard he's already
days.
backstage in New Japan.
15
Like,
has
he
it
was already
already been, like,
backstage
16?
in Japan,
Oh, see, hey,
which is where that's where he thrived. Like, but I get it. You want to see if you can able to hold it in WWE. That's why he didn't go to AEW. He wanted to see if I can make it over here because the AEW offer was there. But
and I'm sure TK
it
would
would
give
have
another
made
offer.
more sense for him to go there because you don't have to talk. You don't have to be a character. But over here in the bright lights, camera, action, then now forever, then now Fatu, you got to be able to like make it work, bro. Like you got to like do something. And he sat there and looked like a thumb, and it was some funny fucking screenshots. There were some funny moments there.
Bro, he was unintentionally the funniest character in that group, and it
Yes.
was supposed to be Tongaloa.
I was gonna say I definitely think it was Tom Malone.
No, it was Tongaloa because of all his botches. But if you just like Loner said, if you just look at just gifs of him just standing
Yes.
in the background, it's just so unintentionally. The most hilarious thing is, why do you look like this? Like, be mad. Be like, show any emotion. Show any emotion. Just anything.
Keeping in the bag of emotion. They let go of the New Day. They let go of the motherfucking New Day.
It was a mutual release, but yes.
Either way,
I mean, we can't be like fake journalists and just be like they released them. They were asked to let go or to leave because they didn't like the deal that they got. So let's
okay. Let's bring it back.
Okay.
New Day. They asked New Day to restructure their contract. Let's go with this. Let's start there.
Yes.
They asked them to restructure their contract. New Day was like, nah, we don't want to do that. So they mutually agreed to part ways.
Yeah.
Fair.
And
That's what it was. However, you do not let the New Day go. They are the legends. They've done their time. Whatever they're getting paid, they get paid. Don't come to the New Day ask them to take a pay cut, bro. Fuck that. They're the New Day. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Bro, like, to see that come across the headline, 'cause I sent it to the group chat, and I was like, this gotta, they moved into the alumni section. This gotta be an error, right? This is a typo. This ain't no way. Ain't no way they just moved them over there. They playing with me. Then we find out that the New Day parted ways with WWE, and I'm so glad we didn't record that day.
No, we should have.
No, because I would have said some crazy shit. It would have been off the walls. I don't think I've ever been mad at like wrestling, like that level of mad. I sat there, like I was looking at the shit, like, bro, what do you mean? Like,
and that's when
it brought out a rage that I didn't know I had in me.
Yeah, that's when we supposed to record. We try to take this to the next level. You want to get us when we mad. You don't want to get us when you mad though, huh?
Facts.
Oh yeah, see, yeah, because you supposed to be Mr. Moderator, Mr. in the middle.
Gotta keep professional.
Nah, hell no.
For them, I'd have let it off. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
It's like when Superman loses control. We can't let Lerner go off the deep end, bro.
Oh, it was
because then that's how you get to the Injustice universe.
Bro, for sure. Look, and before people start speculating, because we did see like the AEW Supers. I was like, yeah, we want the New Day. Everybody wants the fucking New Day, but there's a reason why, bro. Yeah. Backstage, they're fucking amazing. They've always been amazing to people. I opened the show with a Kof reference. The baby reference in the beginning of the pod is a Kof reference. That's how much like these niggas mean something to me, bro. I wouldn't watch wrestling if they weren't there. Like New Day is the prime reason I saw like, oh, to the trombones, the pancakes, he's wearing cosplay. I think the first clip that was like, yeah, I need to get back in it was the Mania where they introduced the Hardys and they came out in the same armor. Right?
Oh yeah. See, I was already way tapped in, bro. Yeah.
And from there, I was like, I need to see what they're about. And then you run into like the Kofi Mania and the tag team belt run, like, and the visual representation of just being a black man, but being being different, not being the stereotypical black man, being the carefree. We can laugh, we can be goofy, but we can also be champions too. We can also be the best in our division.
Be a little flamboyant, be everything a normal person can be if they want to be.
Just be you, bro. Like, hell no, bro. I'm still not. I'm almost getting there. Like, don't fuck with the New Day, bro.
Yeah, tell us more. How you really feel, man?
Like, don't, bro. Like, if you,
man, hey Jay, you don't remember? Just like 5 pods ago. Yeah, Kofi in your top 3 all time?
Nigga.
I got the clip still in the phone.
Nigga.
I mean,
they let your top 3 wrestler go.
Like, New Day was in there for me. They're still my header on Twitter.
Like, fuck that, bro. Hell no. I'm about to say something disrespectful. I can't, bro. I'm trying to keep it a buck, bro.
First Big E.
Nah, fuck that. We ain't asked Jay Uso to take a pay cut. All that nigga do is yeet and bullshit.
There it is. We
didn't ask that nigga to take a pay cut, right? New Day, they offer so much more. Shit, we still couldn't. We didn't even get like a resolution to like Javon and Kof. Something that like, damn, bro, we could have really seen that. Because you don't want to pay these niggas.
Now he got to go be Jay Malachi before we see Kofi and Javon again.
Like.
Hey,
we had the blueprint, bro.
Maybe what Hero said is true. We got our Kofi, so we don't need the old one.
And but I was getting to that point. But yes, that's how they look at it, bro. We got a younger, faster, less and cheaper Kof. No disrespect to Javon, but his contract's not up there with what Kof and them was getting paid. So we can cut ties here. We don't need that. But the streets let you know.
That's the thing. They didn't want to cut ties. They just wanted to pay them a little less. Which
cut ties,
we don't know. Yeah.
Cut ties mean like you. Regardless, we cut them or we parted ways because we had to cut the pay. Right. I think that like if you really valued them, you wouldn't have approached them with that at all, right? And that's my point. They didn't value the New Day how we value the New Day, how the world values the New Day, and we're gonna see how that fucking works out.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is though, like, because I know like when a lot of people when this happened, it was like, oh, there's no WWE lifers anymore, and then like, it does feel like that. they can always come back, like to retire their jersey or whatever. They could, but it's the thing is that we have to look at it like this is how corporations work. Like we've all worked at corporate jobs. Like TKO is running this machine now. It's not WWE used to be its own company, publicly owned, but now they have a master, and that's how corporations work, unfortunately. And it is just one of those things where it's like we can say fuck WWE, but I want to make sure people actually like direct the anger to the real people, and it's like it's not Triple H, it's the Ariel Manuels, it's the Shapiros, because Triple H can't control that.
He puts the names on the list. Ari's not coming down and be like, yo, you know what? I want an EO to get out of here. I want a Rhea to get out. Ari don't know those names like that. It's not his job to know the names.
What it probably is like, yo, we gotta. I need you to save $2 more million because my child needs the yacht. So please, yes, choose 5. But in this particular case, again, this was them just asking for a pay cut, and apparently, they asked 6 superstars. 2 of them were New Day. New Day said no. So that means 4 other superstars. They took the cut, which is fine. We shouldn't be pocket watching people. But also, I would like to say that if your job asks you to take a pay cut and it asks for what your cost of living, you should also say no. Because if my job asked me to take a pay cut right now, I would say no.
50% pay cut. Not 5, not 10, 50%, nigga. You want to take half my money?
Maybe it was 50% because it's 2 of them.
Either way, 25%. You want to take 25% of my wage? No.
And still work full time?
Like, take 25% of the new nigga's wage. Not the nigga who's been here 16 years. That don't make, that don't make no sense to me. But
that's how corporations work, bro. Like, my job just fired some old people. They were like, they've been working 20 years, but it's like, all right, well, we're paying you a lot more than we're paying everybody else, so why don't we give you a pension?
It don't make it right, you know.
I know it doesn't make it right, but I just want everyone to know, like, I know we're a wrestling podcast, but this is the real world also. Like, this, like, Disney just before these releases, Disney released or fired like 10,000 people a week before the WWE. Like, this is happening everywhere. And right. I get that we have these parasocial relationships with our favorite wrestlers. Like, this is our entertainment. Like, we watch these people to escape. But it's also something that's happening everywhere. Like, so we gotta think logically.
So logically, why do you think this is happening everywhere?
Oh, I mean, if you want to go to a political podcast, I have no problem with that. But I don't want to drive away viewers.
Drive away who?
Viewers, listeners.
Why do you think, DT? No, balls in your court. Tell me, why do you think they cut? Because it's kind of crazy that you can also do, hey, this is how much Ari Emanuel made, and how much Triple H made, and how much Nick Khan made, and Nick Khan just re-signed a new deal. The Rock made, but guess what, Kofi, you got to take 50%. My bad, you got to take 25%. Playboy, go ahead. We got to give that money to the Rock.
When there's a good old boys club and you're sitting at the top, you don't care who's holding the mountain up as long as you continue to sit at the top. That's all that matters. TKO. Endeavor, whatever the fuck they are, they also own UFC. UFC is not bringing in the money that it's supposed to.
Nor did they pay their fighters.
When they bought WWE, WWE was hot, making money hand over foot. Which is why, and we'll get to this later, but this is exactly why they're running back damn near the same Bloodline storyline. For that reason. Because that's when the company was its absolute hottest. But to stay on topic, that's what's going on. When you got 5, 6 niggas up top, the board of directors is 5 of them. They play golf together. They be on yachts together, sharing martinis, fucking the same bitches in the same rooms off Quaaludes and pills and shit. Hey, buddy, you're good, bro. Your bonus is gonna come through. We're gonna make sure that you make your 6, 7 figures, because this is what we do. This is what we do.
This is what we do. And I also think in what we do is that we change the perception of what the wages are. And this is me speculating. This is me just I'm just thinking out loud. I think that coming in, if we're cutting what the old talent was getting, the new budget will be whatever Roman, Seth, Cody gets. Those are our major players. Those are our box office movie stars. They're going to get the bag because those are the ones that we can lean on, right? Now, when you bring in this new talent from NXT, whatever the NXT people were getting paid, let's say hypothetically, Ricky Starks is getting $250,000. That's going to be the new budget for the main roster talent, is at $250,000. Now, we'll say, hey, it's $250,000 over 5 years. You're not going to see that 5 years. You're going to see that 2 years. We're using WWE talent like the NFL uses running backs.
Wait, hold on. When you say that, are you talking about $250,000 a year for 5 years, or are you talking about $250,000 for 5 years?
It could be both, but in this context, I was like per year. Let's say that. Okay. Let's say it's $250 per year, right? So you're getting. My math is terrible right now. Let's say a $4 million contract over 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's less than that. $2 million contract over 5 years. You're not making it to that second year. I don't think. I think at that point in time, they're like, okay, we use what we got. We don't need you anymore, so we'll just cut here, and then we'll recoup that back in. I think that's how that shit's working. And then when you bring in the LFG talent to NXT, they're getting paid even less than that. So you're showing the books that you're able to keep this ship running by using less money.
Mm-hmm.
LFG contracts become the new NXT contracts. NXT contracts become the new main roster contracts. And then if you make it past that, we could talk about you getting big boy Roman money. And I think that's just how it's working right now. Keep costs low to keep the product going.
What has to happen in all phases, and it's not going to, because humans are too comfortable, we're too selfish,
yes.
And we like to suppress our demons with outward shit. But what has to happen for anything to change is niggas have to take the attention away. You gotta take the eyes away. And it's not going to happen, but you have to. That's the only way you're going to see change.
Yeah, no.
People are going to stop going to the shows.
It's definitely not going to happen.
Yeah.
We've heard
it's going to happen eventually, bro. You know, this war keep going.
That's true. And it's fucking crazy because it's still going to Saudi, too, which is nuts right now. But we're not a political podcast, people.
No, but I'm paying y'all $50 million. Y'all going to bring y'all ass over here. And I want this person, and this person, and this person, and this person. The only reason that Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua fight happened, because I paid for it. Nigga, I got money, nigga. Bring your ass home. I want French Montana over here, too.
And it's funny because, like, talking about the contract talks and people getting paid, Kevin Nash came out and was like, the U word came out, which... It will never happen. I don't think it will ever happen, bro.
It would have to full scale be top to bottom the entire company. Would have to
the entire wrestling community, like the entire AEW and WWE talent. Everybody
would have to not show up. Would have to stop working.
Like it's just not gonna happen. It's funny because he talked about them joining like the Screen Actors Guild, and I sent him the group chat like, what's the difference between like an independent contractor and like an actor? What's the difference between Roman Reigns and that of a Morgan Freeman, right? You both act. Granted, Morgan Freeman's a fucking legend, but like, what's the difference between a wrestler being an actor? If there's now producers and we want to get in the world of Emmys Emmys, right? Is the TV?
TV.
So like, how does that? How does this work?
I don't have an idea. I'm not going to pretend to know. But all I know is with the SGAs or the SAGs. Sorry, thinking of basketball. The SAGs, actors, writers, producers, they still get paid once that episode and show is done. So you get residuals. So like the whole catalog, supposedly, not really, but supposedly, because there's a lot of shit I can't find, is on Netflix. So if I go back and watch some old shit, who's getting paid off of that?
Right.
That's not not TKO.
And I'm not going back and I'm watching to see how Triple H is writing. No, I'm going back to watch Roman first get his belt to be Tribal Chief.
Mm-hmm.
So why is Roman not getting these residuals for this episode I'm going back to watch?
Because we paying you now up front. Rerun the Bloodline story.
Exactly.
Bro, it's funny. I just before we joined, I just saw a dude, the actor. He was in Entourage. He was in that one movie, How to with Steve Harvey,
Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry, and he was like, he had 4 films, and he looked at the paper, and he was like in 4 different movies: Eagle Eye, Battlefield, the 2 other movies, and he was like, he panned the camera, and he got $14 from all these 4 movies, and one of those movies had Robert De Niro and Morgan Freeman in it, and and it's like,
but not to woe is him.
Yeah, no, that's what was him.
Because he played one of the most pivotal characters in one of the most important television shows in Entourage. And even in the comments, he's like, I'm not showing the Entourage checks because they're direct deposits and they're large. So his whole point was, if I only did 14 cents worth of work off of residuals, I need my 14 cents. Send that shit in the mail. Like, give me my 14 cents. If it's $14, like, that was his whole point, was he need all his money. So...
All right. We did spend a lot of time on the releases, but I do have some other topics before we speed through like the week of wrestling here. Rapid fire. TKO confirms there's AI use in the writing room. How do we feel?
Dumb as fuck. I hate
It explains a lot of SmackDown shit.
Okay.
I think it explains more Raw than SmackDown.
Maybe. I'm not going to argue you on it.
Oh, no.
Rapid fire, AEW is suing Triller for the $5 million that they're owed here. Looks like Triller did not pay them from the pay-per-view buys that were generated on that platform. Any thoughts there?
If somebody owe you money, get your money.
Yeah, especially if they're using the money they're supposed to pay you to pay for other stuff. Last time I checked, that's down there money laundering. Yeah, you get paid what you get owed.
Quick little, or I guess, condolences to Ted Turner, RIP Ted Turner, founder of TBS, and it's TBS and or just Warner, my bad, Time Warner, and we found out later that he created Cartoon Network, and I was like, damn.
CNN, he was the first person to like give us a 24-hour news channel, created Captain Planet. Honestly, like, I don't. It's not like I know the dude personally. I mean, I have a good connection with Cartoon Network. Like, without Cartoon Network, was my point. Like, my life would be very different. I will say this though, probably the last good billionaire we have. So for sure, R.I.P. Because last time I checked, he has no scandals or anything like that. That we know of. If something comes out, I'll apologize later. But until then, last good billionaire.
So Cartoon Network. I was like, damn, bro, like. Whew, what would my life be without Cartoon Network? No Toonami?
Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, Samurai Jack, Ed, and Eddie.
And from what I think I read is that when somebody was saying was it Hanna-Barbera is the like OG cartoons, is that they were removing them from network, but they didn't have a place to go, and so he bought them and then created Cartoon Network. So that there was a place for these cartoons to be running, for kids. Like,
same for the is it the Time Warner? Is it TMC Time Warner channel or something or something like? I don't know if it's the old like station that plays all the old like cowboy shows or something, but he did the same thing for adults. So like some of the channels that some of our parents might be watching of old stuff when they were kids, same difference. He bought a thing for all that stuff to go so that people could watch it.
And according to, because I watched AEW's tribute, so according to Sting, he did the same thing for wrestling with WCW. Like apparently they were in the red for years, well before Vince bought him out. And Sting said he had talked to Big Ted. That's what he was calling him or something.
Yeah, he was calling
Big Ted Turner or something. And he was like, I don't care. Like, my pockets is deep. I just need y'all to go out there and perform. That's it.
And even that's a huge like ripple effect too. Because if you don't put the money into WCW, do we see Goldberg, get his retirement run? Like that's a butterfly effect, right? Remove that, and you don't get this. You don't get Rey Mysterio in WWE. I mean, you may, but I don't know. Like, how that changes everything? Like, we don't get the Monday Night Wars. Like, that's a huge piece in wrestling history. So, shout out to Ted Turner, man. And lastly here, I want to talk about. We're going to talk about Backlash, but I want to talk about it here. The John Cena Classic. It's a tournament John Cena announced at Backlash, where it's going to be the main roster versus up and coming NXT talent. There will be a new champion crowned at the John Cena Classic, but this champion will be fan voted, and it can even be if the talent loses the match.
This is the dumbest shit I ever heard, bro. This is literally, this is extremely AEW coded, mixed with this is like an AEW. This is like if Tony Khan and Vince had a baby, because I wasn't watching back then, but when Vince did the New York or the Cyber Monday thing, fans get to vote, and it's like you know damn well they're gonna try to filter out the trolls, because there's gonna be troll. This is the dumbest shit ever, bro. We don't need another championship. You barely can get the women's tag on TV, bro. Like I don't like it. I think it's dumb as hell. I think it's dumb as hell. I mean, I'm gonna let it play out, I guess, but I think it's dumb as hell. I feel like there's no difference between this or the Continental or the goddamn the one that they gave Ricochet that came out of a vending machine. There's no difference.
I don't have anything positive to say, so.
that says a lot. That says a lot. And I get it. You say it's like something that AEW would do, but at least in like the Continental, I'm getting solid wrestling. At least at the end of it, there is a champion who won that based off of winning their fucking matches, and it's not fan voted. My thing with fan votes is that fans don't vote authentically.
They're
right?
too damn fickle.
Very fickle.
If a nigga don't...
Hypothetically, let's paint a picture for you. Let's paint a picture. Let's say, hypothetically, we have Becky versus Tyra May Steele, who also got released. And it was like, Tyra's been balling, killing the tournament. Do you think they're going to vote a black woman?
It ain't about that. I'm not betting over Bayley personally, not with Tyra May Steele. You got to give me some votes.
The real question is, why would I vote for Obafemi when I can vote for Danhausen? He makes me laugh.
And that's the issue. That is the exact
and that's
issue.
the thing. They're going to filter it out, and they're going to make it believe that it's our choice. They're going to see all the, they're like, 20% of these assholes, they're voting for Tozawa, even though he's not even in the tournament. All right, well, guess what we're going to do? We're going to take those analytics. Maybe we'll push Tozawa in 5 months, but I'm still going to put the shit on Oba because it's the right thing to do. Like, it's not real. I don't like it. I think it's dumb as hell.
Now
And,
I'm gonna be,
no.
I'm gonna give you some critiques off of what I would have done. If you're gonna have something fan vote, it cannot be on who's the champion. Fan vote stipulations, fan vote matches, fan vote destinations, or themes or something. Don't fan vote who's gonna be the champion. Like, no, bro. Like,
or what city is gonna have the event.
Yeah, like, do that. Like, don't do this. Like, and then put John Cena's name on it. John Cena, bro, go retire. Stop. Go. Get the hell out.
He said he was done wrestling. He said he said a lot of times that you will see him. He just said he's done being in the ring. Hey, bro,
because they're gonna tarnish your name.
If Sting could come back every couple months, bro, John Cena can come back, bro, as much as he wants, bro. It's John Cena.
That's fine. Come back as like a talent or like maybe fucking help somebody, but don't put shit in your name and it's not even fleshed out all the way. We don't even believe in this shit.
I don't believe in a lot of things. but I know I think it's dumb as hell, and I agree. Man, I don't know, man. I feel like this is gonna last as long as like the 24-hour championship did.
The fucking speed title.
And then they're gonna throw the belt in the trash on just a random episode.
Yeah, like it's like
don't do it in John's name. That's crazy.
No, man, I don't know, bro. It just sounds like something to do something just to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was. They sat in a meeting. They sat in a meeting, and somebody was at the head of the table, no pun intended, and was like, we got to come up with some fresh ideas. Product's getting stale. Give me something. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? And then they started writing shit on the board, and they was like, yo, we see how much traction we get online when we do stuff. What if we just let the fans pick? Oh, okay. We need somebody to endorse this. Oh, how about John Cena? He'll do it. Tell me.
GG's. There's not enough NXT talent for me to believe in.
Not good talent, respectfully.
Respectfully, when the Saturday Night Main Event happened, it was like, okay, so Ruka's down there, Oba's down there. Like, all right, I know that they're on the way up. Throw them on the show. Them motherfuckers on the main roster now.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? I don't want to see Tony D'Angelo versus Seth Rollins. I don't need that.
I mean, that'll go hard, bro.
There was a little hate. In that.
That'll go hard. Yeah, and who's the hate for, though? That's the real question. Because if that's Seth Rollins slander,
No.
bro.
No.
Okay, all right.
But either way, I don't want to. That's not what I want to see, bro.
No, I feel
It's
you.
not like it's not what I want to see. Yeah. Well, I guess LIG. Well, I mean, let it play out. Like we'll see. Quick little spark note on Backlash because we still have shows to talk about here. Backlash was a great show.
Yeah, I tried to convince Harold to watch it. I don't know if he did, but I thought
Backlash was a great show.
If I was grading it, I'd give it a 4.5, 4.25.
I'm right there with you.
Because all the matches were great. Like I get people were like, "Ooh, Danhausen did it."
That's the only thing I didn't like.
Bro,
But
that
it
shit was hilarious.
We know what it is.
Exactly.
We know what it is now. Like
Exactly.
so you can't be like, "Oh, he finna put on a 5-star classic and finna be." No, that's not what this shit is, nigga. This is, hey, if you want to laugh real quick, we're gonna break it, give you some levity. You want to go take a piss, whatever you want to do. This is that match. But if you watch it, you will be entertained.
Very.
Yeah.
It was entertaining, but it just wasn't for me. I've grown to realize that if I don't have to dislike it if it's not for me. If it's not for me,
It's just not for you.
not for me.
It's not for me.
That's
Bro,
cool.
I say that all the time. And also, I'm going to bring up this Danhausen thing. Like, yeah, it was ridiculous, but there was actually logic to it. Like, throwing a mini person into a cloning machine, and then they're coming out with other little people.
Mini person.
That is logical.
Yes.
That's what that. What else would you think happened?
And,
But then
and because the cloning machine is cheap and fucked up, they all come out with different sizes and shit. One nigga had longer arms than he had anything on his body.
that shit is hilarious.
Yeah, like
And it did what it was supposed to do. People laughed. They enjoyed it. They talked about it. If you're watching that with like your grandma or your mom, like this is ridiculous, but she's having a great time. It served its purpose. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
oh,
So the way I felt about the show is grading wise, I think this is the best BPLE since Evolution 2.
okay.
So that I feel like that goes with what DT just said. I feel like that's as close to a 5 you can get. I feel like this was easily the best pay-per-view PLE that's a B-rated one or whatever since Evolution.
And a lot of it, I would kind of give to like matches got time. A lot of matches got time, right? I think Seth and Braun went maybe like 15 plus. I mean, it might have been 20 minutes, and that was a great fucking match.
Yep.
No shenanigans, no interference. We got an actual winner in that. That was a fire match. Trick and Sammy was shorter. That's cool. I didn't need that to be fleshed out. I didn't need that to be 20 minutes. Still enjoyed that match. Of course, Danhausen and The Miz and Kit Wilson, Io and Asuka.
Put it in the Louvre.
Bodied. Let's go. Cook. And then Roman and Jacob.
None of these matches missed. None of these matches missed to me.
Good match, bro.
And technically all the right people won.
Yeah.
So like,
Now, I will say, like, and we'll talk about the Bloodline later, but like, just the finish to the match, like what happened afterwards, it's not for me.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't even remember what happened afterwards. I don't. See?
Oh, fuck. Let me
Exactly.
Because now, I'm blending them together. I'm like, did he get put through the table, or was that on Raw? Because I'm
that
like,
was on Raw. Jacob killed all 3 of them.
yeah, that happened. Jimmy, or no, he killed Jay and Roman.
That was
was it
post Backlash though.
Yeah, that's
That's
on
what I'm
Raw.
saying. My lines are getting, my thoughts are getting crossed.
Well, here's the problem. Here's why your thoughts are getting crossed. Because all this shit is the same now. It's the same. It's and you know I'm
bro.
Bloodline, one in the finger down. Like
It
nigga
is
come out,
exactly the
my
same.
nigga aura farming. You know what I'm saying? Fatu come out, he looking crazy, we going hard, the match is good, but then you're seeing like for like at least 3 or 4 shows, you're seeing Roman get put through a table. Somebody's going through something. Like at the end of the day, it's the same. It's all choreographed the same right now.
Does that not feel lazy to y'all?
Yes,
it's formulaic.
I was hoping we would get to it, but you know.
I mean, fuck it, we here now. Let's talk about it.
What are we talking about? The Bloodline?
How do we feel?
It's terrible TV.
Awful.
Absolutely terrible TV. And I like these individuals, but like I said, I even like them as a group per se. At least I did like them as a group in 2023. We don't. This damn mask real quick. Look. This shit is tired, bro. Like, it feels like they retconned 2 years of worth of work. Like, as far as character development with Jay and Jimmy, like, they are dead ass back to being henchmen, and you cannot convince me otherwise. They are on both shows doing his bidding. What was the point of all, like, why did he win the Rumble? Why did Jimmy get even this small stint? And then, I get it, like, Roman, when he came back after Cody, I didn't change. I never change. That's great. That doesn't make you a good character. That actually makes you a terrible character. You haven't done any, he hasn't done any growth. He hasn't done any shit. Seth Rollins was evil for 6 months, and no one trusts him, and he has to make amends right now. Roman Reigns has been evil for like 5 years, and it's been the same shit. And his cousins just be like, all right, cool. We're back to doing this, Oos. For what? What was the whole point? What was the whole point of all of it?
This family, Oos.
It's
dumb.
It's infuriating. To me, it's infuriating. As someone I'm story driven. It's infuriating. It doesn't make any sense to me. It makes zero sense to me. And them, like, I get that he wants to big up Fatu because he wants to put over Fatu, and Fatu is looking great in this feud.
Right.
But they're doing the risk of having Fatu be booed, which he's been booed a couple times. He's been cheered more, but you're making the risk of, because Roman is too cool. He's one of the coolest besides Penta. Roman's too cool. Fatu also cool. Who's the bad guy in the scenario? The bad guy in the scenario, as far as I go, it's Roman, because what Fatu is saying, what Jacob is saying, makes so much sense. You guys, I'm too dangerous. You guys, I have family to feed too. I got 2 more kids than you. But you try to put me, like, he to me, he's the face, but they're trying to make him get booed. He's not going to get booed. It doesn't make any sense to me. He is going to get booed. He's getting booed. He's getting booed sometimes, but also he's the werewolf. He's too goddamn cool. So it's like, it's conflicting the fans. Like, there's little shows where it's conflicting the fans. And it's not smart. It doesn't make any sense. Roman has the same character arc. Like, even Vegeta became a good, like, even he had a character arc. He had a character, like, it got to the point where he said, I'm doing this even for you, Goku. Like, that's a character arc.
Yeah, like, but then that nigga died. They killed my nigga off. And then he came right back and was still beefing with Goku all through the Buu saga.
Frenemies. But now it's like, you're my friend now. Like, I don't actually hate you. I finally, quote unquote, beat you in a fight, and he beats him later, legit, in Super, the Cell movie or whatever. But at that point, you're just rivals. You're just frenemies. But he used to hate this nigga like dead ass. But that's character arc. Roman has been the same dude, and the only caveat that I'm going to give him is that he's at least being honest about it. He's honest. I'm not changing. I haven't changed for shit. But that does not make any of this shit interesting.
No, but you're too logical. We're not thinking about logic anymore. We want money, nigga. Fuck your logic. I want my. Hey, we selling Bloodline tickets. All gas, no bread. We just do the purple edition of the Yeet shirt. Like, we want the bread.
Bruh.
I hear everything you saying. It makes sense, but that's just not where we're at right now. That's not what TKO want.
He said
we want results, bro.
He said it in his promo. He literally said it. He said, TKO, they want to do business with me. They want to do business with me. Why? Because the other shit they bought and the other shit they have is not carrying right now.
Danhausen's selling the most shirts right now. Finn Balor is top 3. if that's the case, Finn Balor should be world champion right now on social
You
Danhausen.
can't run the show with Finn Balor or Danhausen.
Do it. Yeah, no, do it and see what happens. Do it.
You can't do it.
Do it and see what happens.
Roman was gone. We let Cody run the show. And niggas like, bro, fuck Cody.
Yeah,
You need this
because
nigga
he's
here.
too good. That's
Like-
not my. That's Cody's fault. That he's too good.
I'm not
I'm sorry.
hating.
I'm sorry.
I'm not hating. You are making sense.
No, let's talk, nigga. Let's talk.
No,
We
I
had
said
a
I didn't want the
making sense.
ISO, but bro, this
your shit
Bloodline
off.
shit has sucked for almost an entire year. I am sick of it. Separate
And guess
these
what?
niggas.
You gonna get more, nigga. What you
I
talking
know
about?
I'm
We got
gonna get more.
SummerSlam coming up.
No. Hold on, pause. Now I'm interjecting. We're not separating them because when we did that and we chose who we wanted to prop up based on what you guys told us, and you guys is universal. It's not you specifically. But when we put the rocket on the motherfucker y'all reacted to and told us to put it on, then y'all bitched and complained for 6 months talking about he's a yeet merchant. He gets blown up on his intros. He only got 5 moves. He can't cut a promo. He can't do X, Y, and Z. So no, we're done. We did what y'all wanted to do. It didn't work. So now we have no logical reason, way to push him back. We just go. The nigga came out and said when his single run was done, he came out and said, "I'm focused on tag team wrestling." He came out and said that shit. And niggas glossed over it because they're like, nah, bruh, it's main event. And then some niggas was like, cool, because I'm tired of that nigga coming in, yeeting and running it back and da-da-da-da-da. Like, they did that. They gave y'all a chance to elevate Jay, and Jimmy never won a fucking match.
They didn't give him a chance.
Did you not hear what I said?
They tried.
Did you not hear what I said?
They tried.
No, they barely tried.
They tried.
They did not. They came out. They let him cut a promo with a crutch, and he said, "I don't know what this is gonna mean for me, but I'm letting y'all know I'm on my single shit, and I'm gonna go for the U.S. title." And then they proceeded to kick my nigga's ass for the next 6 months.
Dog walked.
Every match he was in, that nigga took the pin.
All gas, no break.
You give him one of the hardest theme songs,
Yep.
and he
better
get
talker,
his
better
ass kicked
moveset.
left and right. My nigga doing Usos in the wind, whispering.
It's not wrong. And like, once again, we're too logical. We've all made thoughts that like should happen, but it just don't happen because
this is too logical.
Logic don't make millions, nigga.
Like,
Like that's just what it is.
Because this shit is crazy. I feel like all these executives on every company smoking crack.
Bro, my favorite shit right now is when something a company posts something or rebrands and brings something back from before, and somebody responds and goes, "This is a recession indicator." This is a recession indicator. We are back with the bloodline the exact way that they were before we broke these niggas up.
Except for they're not cheating.
Yeah, because people bitched about Roman not being able to do shit on his own.
Yes.
Because it was like 4 years. Do something on your own.
He was single-handedly running the company.
Nick,
He has. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Y'all, people just didn't
he
like it.
wasn't single-handedly running the company because Cody took that spot. But Cody's too much of a goody two-shoes to where people are getting bored with it.
Cody's not marketable, nigga. That's what it is. Cody, you like
Don't
no matter
speak,
how
don't
much
speak
we.
to my personal bias, nigga.
Is he not getting the same movie deals and all the other shit? What are you talking
Cody's
about?
not as marketable
No.
as Roman. You
Stop
know
that.
that. Come on.
They're in the same movie. They're in the same movie. He's been doing multiple TV shows also.
We're in the
not as
same company,
marketable as
nigga. We not
Roman,
on the
bro.
same level. Don't do that.
No,
You could be
like,
on the
it's
court
not.
with the same
How is
nigga
that
and not be playing the same game. No, don't do that.
Not
No,
as
I'm
mar-
not competing against you.
Dog, they're doing
See, now-
all
see,
the
now my
same.
personal
They're literally
bias
doing.
coming
They're literally doing all the same shows. One goes to Jimmy Fallon. The other one goes to Jimmy Fallon.
Which one
One's in
looks
the
the
movies.
best?
That's subjective, nigga.
It's not.
Hey,
I can
It's
tell you
not.
which.
Not to the Hollywood eye. It's not.
I will agree with you which one looks best, but that is still a subjective ass thing.
But even with that, my point being is that like Roman is the one that's like, okay, tribal chief, the finger, like it hits for people, bro. Roman hits the pockets of grown men.
the finger.
Because you said something earlier too,
Pause.
DT,
That's
and
kinda
I was
crazy.
like,
Pause.
But
Roman hits the pockets of grown men. Cody hits the pockets like little boys, like children. We want the grown men money, bro. That's what it is.
But also, here's the other thing. And niggas don't like saying it. Niggas don't like admitting it, but it's the truth. The moment that nigga went to Raw, stayed on Raw, and got the belt, the World Heavyweight Championship instantly became more important than the WWE Championship. Which is why they pushed Gunther over there, and Gunther should win. Cody has had this belt 5 times. To me, his best opponent was KO. And KO couldn't get it done because the nigga neck hurt. And I understand, look, this nigga had to... Anyway, Gunther should win the belt, and Gunther should terrorize SmackDown.
Also remembered, they ended the fucking show with the Tongan Death Grip. Which, I get it. Haku, family shit, great.
They dubbed it. Roman should have lost. Don't build up the move and tell us how dangerous it is, and then Roman don't lose. Even if Jacob would have had the belt for 30 days and got it back at Clash of Italy, like, don't tell me how cold a move is and how dangerous it is, and it shouldn't be used on family. And Roman's selling this nigga drooling out his mouth, eyes popping out his head, but he don't lose. Like,
and he didn't get written off there. Like, I was like, okay, you gonna hit the nigga with 4 or 5 fucking Tongan Death Grips. This nigga should be dead, right?
He acts like he's too cool for fucking everything. Like, there's no character development at all. Like, he hasn't learned a single lesson.
You can't say the nigga don't lose, though. He's lost a few times. He's lost quite a few times.
He lost to Cody and lost to Bronson Reed. Who else he lose to?
Nigga, didn't they? No, they won that tag match. Shit, nigga, he lost to Jay Uso, nigga?
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, he did. It was a couple years ago, but he did.
Oh, yeah. Right. In the tag match.
Yeah.
It wasn't a singles match.
Did the nigga take the pin?
That's before he lost the title. Bruh, this nigga does not... Bruh, I don't want to hear that.
So wait, what do you want? What do you want from Roman? You want him to lose? Do you want him to be broke Roman? Like there was broke, what's my nigga name?
Corbin?
Yeah, broke Corbin. What you want Roman to do? Right, tell me right now. Tell me.
Oh my God.
Why do
I wanted him to be part of more of the universe. He's still doing family stuff. Fatu Council's family. I want him to, have a character arc, have amends. He is literally the same dude in 2022 that he is in 2026. Any difference would be, a breath of fresh air. He's literally the same guy.
Okay. Who in the universe would you want him to interact with?
Anybody.
Because here's the thing.
The rumor was he was supposed to feud with Gunther, which is what I thought was going to happen. And I said it on the show when Brock retired. I was like, oh, that's going to be Gunther's favor. And they made a pivot. Roman's second pivot. Not saying he's doing Hogan stuff, but he was supposed to feud with Drew again because Drew. I don't know if you guys remember. Remember when Drew was supposed to be the Bloodline hunter, and that story got nixed for zero reason. And this Gunther thing got nixed, zero reason. So, clearly, he wants to work with certain people. That's fine. That's good. That's great. But his character has not changed. He has not made again, I don't want to dwell on not apologizing to your family that you terrorized for fucking 5 years, but still never really apologized. Still hasn't made amends. Seth Rollins was a heel for 6 months with the Vision. And he has to deal with the Street Profits not trusting him and beefing with it. Like, he has to regain the trust of other baby faces.
And we get that, right? We
Roman's
understand
a
your point
babyface
from
right
there.
now.
Absolutely. But it's like, that's it. Once again, thinking too logically. We just got to scale it back. And I was looking here at his matches. Roman don't lose. That nigga don't lose at all. I was looking for an L. It don't really happen.
Why do you think I had to pull one from fucking... way back?
It don't happen.
The next person he's gonna lose to is Obafemi. It's gonna happen.
And it's fucking crazy because I sat here and I told you, I was like, we're like, well, who does Roman face after the Punk win? I was like, man, do we throw Jacob at him? And verbatim, he was like, at Backlash? That's a SummerSlam matchup.
No.
It just shows that they don't have anything, right? Because he's right. It should be a SummerSlam matchup. We should be able to go.
You can't. The reason why I'm gonna push back and say that is they've already, for the most part, told you who he was going to interact with back in the Royal Rumble. When them niggas stood off and did the 1v1 shit, even in Bad Blood, they dropped these breadcrumbs a long time ago. But what happened was they turned Fatu face when he turned on Solo in there.
Solo.
So they had to flip him back heel, which is what him coming out. That's what this whole thing was. So he should be going against Jacob. I don't see him going against Gunther. He'll go against Jacob, Seth Rollins, and then probably lose to Obafemi. He hasn't beat Seth Rollins. That's gonna happen at some point, and then he's gonna lose to Obafemi. That crowd reaction immediately coming out of oh shit, was that WrestleMania? Out of WrestleMania, where they were like chanting and
Oba's
screaming,
gonna kill you.
Yeah. They said Oba's gonna kill you. Yeah, that's the match. But we can't push. They don't want to push Oba that fast, which is why they gave him the open challenge. So you
Which
still
I also
see,
dislike.
huh?
I also dislike.
Yeah,
Honestly,
but what else
I think this new title is for Oba. At this point, I think this new John Cena shit, I think it's for Oba. Because
Hell no.
I don't think they want to rush him.
Hell no. If they do that shit, bruh, I'm writing them niggas a letter. Straight up. No.
Bro, he retired Brock Lesnar, so you can't just have him go after Penta, but they got plans for Roman to do shit. What else do you do with him? He can't.
Which is why I hate the open challenge.
He can't keep doing open challenges for the next 5 months.
No.
I think the John Cena shit is literally for him. It's speculating.
We're already here. The open challenge this week, where like he grabs fucking Los Garzas out. Like, what are we doing, bro? Give this nigga somebody a small feud. Maybe give him somebody who's gonna cheat to win. Somebody who.
Hear me out real quick. And it really depends on this nigga's knees. I would say give Braun Strowman a 1 month contract. Give this nigga a 1 month contract. Give us a good feud, just like he did with Bronson Reed. Sit that nigga packing again. He needs a monster bro. He needs a monster to fight, bro. Bronson Reed is gone right now.
Yeah, that nigga tore his bicep. That's his
or
fault.
a mastermind. He needs somebody who's also a technician who look at him like, I can figure out how to break you down. Give me an Ilya.
You can't have him lose. You can't. So it has to. The people that are going against Oba right now, they have to be able to take losses and still survive. You can't put him against Ilya. You can't put him against Carmelo. You can't put him against Trick Williams. You can't put you could just name a list of people you don't want to put.
Then
him
have
against
him get jumped. DQ finishes.
So
these niggas.
You can do Seth, but he's busy right now.
I wouldn't do Seth either. I wouldn't do Seth.
Seth has no problem putting people over and losing, so you could do Seth.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt Seth.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Seth brought him out. I'm not doing that.
True.
I wouldn't do that
is
either.
true.
As a Seth fan, you think I want to have him lose you think I want to have him lose Oba? But I'm just like,
if anything, at SummerSlam, like before, like SummerSlam's in August, in July, he needs to start. And I hate to say it, but he needs to start beating the Usos' ass. He got to go up that little Mortal Kombat letter. So by the time we get to Survivor Series, please no fucking War Games. By the time we get to Survivor Series or whatever it is, then we get that title change.
Oba's definitely going to be in War Games.
He doesn't need to be in War Games.
Yeah, but you're going to lock him in a cage and let him just destroy people. That's what people want to see.
The
they want to see him
ruler
throw
in a war game? How can you out-war game a ruler?
Bruh.
Bro,
he don't need a team. I don't need a team.
Yeah, right.
I don't need a team. Oba don't need no team.
They're going to bring back the cages just for Oba. Like the little individual cage so he can break out that bitch. Like, it's all, the writing's there, bro. Or actually it's not.
Or put him in a cage match. Or put him as soon as Drew is done filming, Drew like challenges. I want to see Drew and Oba in a match.
Drew could carry the feud long enough to get him to SummerSlam. He could do that.
Or if that cult of personality come out and he get to popping shit, the next thing that Oba need to come out.
You do not want to see
Punk is left.
Great Punk.
Bro, that's the that should be the retirement match. Like, nah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, I'm telling you, bro.
But either way, my point going back to the topic is that like these open challenges, it's like watching a tiger get fed like scraps.
Yeah.
Like,
so going to a zoo.
I mean, I guess. Nigga, I wasn't gonna say all that. It's fucking crazy. Shit, nigga.
That might
I was
be
like,
a
damn.
clip. That might be a clip. That might be a clip.
But like he's just getting like Otis, And he threw the fuck out of Otis, which is fucking crazy. I think I said that in the group chat.
Yeah.
That's big mean man though. Like I was fine with. I'd rather have Otis than like Los Garza on a 2v1 or whatever.
The niggas were sitting on the side. They were like this over there, just, you know, at a nice casual day at work, and he's like, "You two niggas, come on," and just bulk and scold them niggas. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Like,
the next person that need to get smacked up is Grayson Waller. Actually, I think they fighting. Ain't they fighting this Monday?
I think they already did. No, I think Grayson, like,
did I miss that?
It's not the open challenge. It's the white boy challenge. Los Garza were the first to break that, but I want to say Grayson Waller is the first in that white boy challenge. If he wasn't in the second, but you know
he did already do that. Yes,
he fought Grayson Waller already.
Yes, he did. And so here's the thing: the Oba Open Challenge is a money grab. You know the fans are hot for him. You know they want to see him. We don't have a storyline yet because it's an like it wouldn't be believable if he lost. Like you can't have him lose to his first loss has to be something that puts a motherfucker over. He might have to lose to Javon Evans, like for the belt, for a belt.
Which is what should have happened in NXT, but that is what it is.
I personally think that H the type of dude he might pull that trigger. Just because he knows. Like I know you're gonna do that face. No. I know you're gonna do that face, but I believe he's like, you know, this is it. Now that don't mean Javon gonna keep the belt long. Because if Oba double back, he gotta lose. You can't have Oba.
I feel like they box themselves in. I think with the Brock win, you really box yourself in because y'all niggas not talented enough to figure out what the fuck to do next.
But
like
he need to snatch up. We need to get this motherfucking Los Americanos shit over. He need to snatch up both of the little what's the little brothers?
Oh, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off.
No.
Rayo and Mayo and the Creed brothers. You talking about
Creed brothers? Yeah.
Bravo and Davo, nigga. Like,
okay. Here's
the thing.
Got back on TV,
bro. Yeah. So hey, here's your punishment. Go out there and take a spanking from Oba. Y'all fucked up last time. We not done. Go out there. And
I'm so fucking mad.
Yeah,
nigga. A lot of this show was a lot of fucking Americanos and a lot of fucking what's the theory? Not theory, but fucking Waller fucking Vision. And I was like, I'm just gonna tap over this, bro. I don't need to watch this shit. It's fucking killing me. However, I was excited. AAA championships being defended on Raw. I was like, yeah, this is a big moment. I'm gonna tune in to watch this shit. And I was like, I like this. This is a crossover. This never happened. First time to do this. I'm watching the matches, Dom and original Americano, in which you know I'm already breaking my rule here. Out come to these big ass 6 foot ass white boys in masks, and I turned that shit immediately off. You got me in my historian wrestling bag where I'm like, I really care for this, and I see these 2 big ass hillbilly niggas wearing masks, and the other nigga's mask so goddamn loose on his face. It's like it pissed me off. I'm like, I gotta stop watching this shit. I really skipped over that to get into like the fucking Bloodline shit. You had me.
Yeah, DT. Notice how he never talks about Claudio wearing the luchador mask. It's always these.
Claudio don't go down to AAA.
He doesn't go down to CML.
He's definitely CML. He definitely CML. I call myself like, yeah, that nigga's definitely CML. He's definitely CML.
But I feel you, bro. They're literally. At least they on TV, bro. I don't know, man. They getting paid. They getting paid, bro. I get that you don't like this appropriation.
I fuck with them. Like, look, it's not for me, right? It's not for me, and I understand it's not for me. But that shit's blowing up in AAA. I see it,
bro.
I see it all the time. Like, cool.
Like DT said, the Telenova, bro. That poster, that picture.
The poster was fire. I hate the fact that it's over in Raw, but it's over in AAA.
Bruh, a motherfucker came in and took your gimmick because you got hurt, and you're not getting it back. We just doing this so we can get to the end. Once this shit is over,
when Wayne was snatching beats, you ain't getting that shit back.
This is like Goku versus Goku Black, bro. Like you look like me, but
I look way cooler,
and I speak Spanish.
Like, let's go. He's killing it over there. But to see like Rayo and Mayo and all the extra niggas in masks, bro, you had me with the first 2, and I just decided not to I'm not gonna tune in. But add 4 other white boys in masks, no, bro.
Listen,
I love
my open challenges. I know I'm gonna jump back real quick. My open challenges for Oba are as follows. You can do both of the Creed brothers at the same time. I need to see him against Sheamus. I want to see him against JD McDonough. Like, I want to see him throw JD McDonough through the table from the ring. Like, he's done that spot before with Javon. I need to see that with JD McDonough. That's 5 weeks of wrestling right there.
Yeah, Claudio just did that with Darby also, and then all you're gonna do is hear people on the internet.
I don't give it, man. I don't give a fuck. Will Ospreay just tried to do a Styles Clash on somebody last night, and they said, "Oh, he just went for the Styles Clash." Nigga, we know who the fuck owns Styles Clash.
No, he goes for the Styles Clash.
New. He's always
no.
Yeah.
What's new is the arm. Oh my god, I can't wait to talk about this shit.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We're here.
I gotta pee.
AEW. Let's talk about it.
Let me mute my mic. Go ahead.
This week on Dynamite, there was a couple different matches here. But before we get into Dynamite this week, I do want to talk about the last week's Dynamite at the fucking golf course. That was fucking fire. You didn't see it, but it's okay. Fairway was the Dynamite they did where it's was it called SoFi Stadium, which I think is the golf course or not? SoFi something. It's
That's
not
in LA. SoFi.
It's not.
Oh.
It's not the football field, but it's SoFi something.
Okay.
And it was the golf course that they had here, and they did all the matches on the golf course. Darby had the match against Pac, which was fucking fire, and he ends up fucking nose diving off the top of the goddamn second level, and fell through like some tables here. I do like when AEW does get in their bag of like unique locations.
Yeah.
You know your crowd's gonna be smaller. That's fine. At least make it look good on TV, and they've been hitting the mark here. Also, to watch a nigga get fucking slammed into some sand. Yeah. It's if anybody's gonna do it, it was Darby, and
see, I'll give you this. I did not like the idea of MJ losing the belt, but I do like the idea of Darby putting this shit on the line every week. So if someone didn't get an opportunity, they're getting the opportunity now. Like, he just went through Takeshita. He's got Speedball next week. Like it's pretty much like anybody that step up want to get one. So that's cool. I'm with that. What I don't like is that this nigga's just too careless with his body. Like every time I watch him wrestle, I feel the same way. The coffin drop, he just throw that shit everywhere. He going through everything. Like, it's just, I'm like, bro, he's a hazard to himself.
He's all the matches that he's had for the world title since he's got it have been great fucking matches. Mm-hmm. He has been putting on a fucking show. I think that may be the story, is that you've been fighting every week, bro. Your body's bound to catch up.
I'm gonna keep it. This post match, this past Wednesday, he drooling blood from the mouth, and I don't know what was in the middle of the ring, but there was this big ass wet puddle, and it looked like Nick pissed himself. I don't like that's what it looked like. I was like, what is that in the middle of the ring? But he just, to me, he got a lot. You got a lot going on. You got a lot going on. You're taking a lot of damage.
He's fighting like a nigga who just got the belt. He's fighting like somebody who knows that I can lose at any given moment. Like, he's fighting like he's not confident in holding the belt. And so he's going out balls to the wall against everybody.
And that's the thing. I'm going to call Cap here because, well, honestly, Cap is not the right word. So he's like, yes, all these matches have been good. And I'm putting quotations on this. What doesn't make any sense is that, one, he's challenging a bunch of other mid-carders. What's cool about that is that, yes, they do get opportunities. What doesn't make any sense is that literally before Darby won this belt, everyone and their mom, Swerve was trying to kill Omega, trying to get this title.
True.
Other people were trying to get this title. Darby's handing them out like fucking Skittles. So then why is there Owen Hart tournament? If I'm in the Owen Hart tournament, I would tell TK, never mind. I'll just ask Darby for a match. What the fuck do I need to be in a tournament for if he's giving out to everybody? People that don't even technically deserve world title matches. Speedball is about to get his 3rd world title match. Bobby Lashley's had 0 since he's been there. He's been there 2 years.
Facts. He's not wrong.
Now Darby, again, these matches are not bad. Everyone likes them. And it's to the point where people are already being like, oh, this is so far been the best AEW world title run in its existence, which I disagree with. I think Kenny Omega, even though there were problems with the whole belt collector thing, I think Kenny Omega's title run is still far the best AEW title run there has been. But like, dog, I lost my cloud of thought. I'm so upset. No, because how do you lose a train? I don't even understand that gimmick. I don't even understand that phrase. You don't lose a train. It's on a track. It's on one track. You can't lose it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
That's not true. Tracks have conjunctions where they split. And they
Back to the topic, niggas.
Right, but there's still a track. Okay,
Nigga.
Anyway, back to... I don't know, man. Darby's... My biggest thing is the MJF thing with this feud, or the thing that doesn't make the most sense to me.
And when you say that, you mean the
stipulation.
The stipulation, the hair versus the title, right?
Yeah.
Remember, I had thought, like, oh, he has to give up something, right? I thought, like, he has to give up his shot to, like, be the champion again. But then it's like, you don't want to double down and do the exact same thing Hangman was doing. We can't do 2 of the same stipulations. That's dumb. And we're not going to gridlock another mid or high-level talent out of having a title opportunity. And so I was like, okay, well, fuck. If we're doing the hair stipulation, then at least it's like, MJF wants to be liked. His image is everything. You see, that's his whole character, is that I want to be portrayed as the best. I can't be a joke. I'm not going to be bald. Like, what do you mean?
Dude, Stone Cold Steve Austin's bald. So, okay, see, this is my problem with it. Like, why does MJF have to give something? If we break down their 1v1 matches, MJF has won more than Darby has. I think that was Darby's first time ever beating MJF. So why do I have to give something to you? Second, his hair. Yes, he is a smug bastard. He is a cocky heel. But his hair has never been like a gimmick. So what they're doing is, with the stipulation, is that you're telling there's only been 2 other characters. I think it was Swerve and Hangman. There's only been 2 other characters that mentioned that MJF went to Turkey for his hair. That's not a part of his character. Like, to me, it's the same difference as if, like, someone was like talked about Roman's veneers. Like, it's not something that's not something he brings up. That's not something that's a part of him. So to be like, oh, I want you to put your hair on the line, it's like, unless you're inside the know, unless you know, then this is new to you.
Let's okay, we can critique, but as much as we want. What would be a resolution? If it's not the hair, what would you put?
First of all, he doesn't need to put anything up.
Sure,
but no, he does not.
I have what you want.
I'm 3v1.
And you want a rematch? You want to?
I'm 3v1. You beat me 1 time. I beat you 3 times.
But I beat you the one that matters. And right now, I have what you want.
So once again, going back, what would you put on the line?
Diamond ring, scarf, anything. My wife. It doesn't. Bro,
okay,
the stipulation. I'm sorry, the stipulation is lazy, and the reason why it's lazy is because we literally just did this in March with Willard Yuta. We literally just did this. So I feel like if you combine the fact that we just did this in March, mixed with the fact that this has never been part of his character, there could have been any other thing they could have figured out. It's not up to me. Like, I get that you got we're a show or a pocket, but asking me on the spot is not going to make it better. Like, they had time. They had ample time to think of something that would have made more sense.
We can't be lazy enough to not give off options of what we think would be a good idea. I was just testing to see if you had something on the fly.
I like
DT,
the idea
you were trying to get something in.
Huh?
You were trying to go. I was trying to open the door for you.
Yeah, I like the idea of the Burberry scarf. I wouldn't give up the rings because you got 5 of them bitches. You just gave one to Don Callis. And then put another one on your pinky. So clearly the rings don't mean shit to you. If you're just giving them out willy-nilly. So if you're going to say his image is everything, I would say the scarf. When his music come on and the Titantron come on, you see Burberry all over the place.
Right.
So I'm going to take your motherfucking scarf. Now, did they take, God, I just forgot Buddy's name. What's Swerve's manager's name?
Nana.
They just took Nana's little cloak last year, so you could say that you could say the same thing, and he had to go through the whole "I'm gonna get your cloak back" redemption arc. Like, I forgot that Wheeler Yuta had his hair cut in a match because it's insignificant because it's Wheeler Yuta. They just did that to give him a reason to cut his hair. He was gonna cut that shit anyway. The same way Kurt Angle had to cut his hair anyway. The same way Steve Austin had to cut his hair anyway because it was going bald.
So Wheeler wasn't going bald. He just looked like a longshoreman.
But what I'm saying is he was going to cut his hair anyway.
Right.
And TK was like, okay, if you're going to do that, let's at least give you a reason why, so you don't just show up the next week with your haircut and there's nothing behind it. So all I'm saying is you have to put something on the line. Now, yes, the Burberry scarf might have been fired, but then, like, let's say he loses. Who the fuck wants to see Darby with a Burberry scarf?
Facts.
Unless he's gonna tie it around the belt or that's what I'm saying. He'd have to do something extreme to it. But if you do that, MJF can't just be like, "Oh, well, I got another scarf anyway," because then it takes away the fact that the scarf meant something.
Since when do you always have to put something to get a title back for a rematch?
That's don't.
So then why do we have to do it?
No, but that's the thing. He's flipping the stipulation on MJF. MJF gave the stipulation to Hangman. I'm doing what you did to him.
Yeah.
That's continuity of the story. That's only 2 months away, or 2 months ago. That's been the story. What are you going to give up?
You say this is your, like, and I'm going to just jump back real quick. Motherfucker just said if he don't acknowledge me, he got to leave. Jacob just showed up 2 shows later. Beat niggas up. I just put you through a wall. So clearly, like, we got to work. You got to continue to build that out.
Because you're not a boss. Like, you can't fire him. That makes no sense. That also made no sense.
I'm not going to stay there. But MJF right now, at least to me, is the face of AEW. What is going to change the face of AEW is if that nigga comes out with no hair. It's a stipulation. It matters. That's his. If his look is his whole thing, just like you said, I'm better than you. I look better than you. I wrestle better than you. Like, y'all can't fuck with me. Well, I'm gonna fuck with your personal image.
And then
but
everybody
his personal
else in the
image
locker
has
room
never
can
been
poke
his
at that personal image.
But that's never been his thing. His personal, like, him being an asshole has never been about his personal image. It's been about him being just better and being an asshole. It's never been about his personal.
Like,
he's never said I look better than you to somebody. He's never said that.
I'm sure he said it one time in the 6 years, but it's never been like, oh, my hair is like. It's never been his thing. So to be like, oh, this is my stipulation, literally 2-3 months after we already had this same stipulation, and this is for the world title. This is the biggest title in the entire show.
Niggas is gonna watch because there's a chance MJF might go bald.
Niggas is gonna watch. Of course, niggas is gonna watch. That's not the.
That is the point.
Yeah,
that's not. That's not my argument. That's not my argument. If people are gonna watch or not, people are gonna watch the same 7,000 watch AEW. That's not my argument here. My argument is like this doesn't make any goddamn sense for his character.
But I'm trying to figure out why it doesn't work for you. I'm not in maybe something that I'm just not seeing here. But it's like if he says, "Oh, I'm putting up my hair," which is part of my like visual image of how I come out, right? It's a character changing thing. Like it's like if Seth Rollins cut his hair. It's like why the fuck did Seth Rollins cut his hair?
Seth Rollins. It's like if Ric Flair did. He's a baby Ric Flair to me. He come out suited up and booted. I got diamonds on. I got a ring on. I'll look better than you. I'll wrestle better than you. I'm the dirtiest player in the game. You only beat me because you hit me in the nuts when the ref wasn't looking. He's to me, MJF is Ric Flair, baby Ric Flair. And that's
I'm talking about Ric Flair with the bleach blonde hair. The only person who has hair next to him is Charles Robinson, which is the ref, who was baby Ric Flair, like legitimately baby Ric Flair.
If Ric Flair cut his hair or had a stipulation match where he had to cut his hair, and it changed his physical appearance, that is a big deal. When you're talking about a wrestler who is vain. I'm the face of this company. I look better. None of you niggas in this company look better than me, wrestle better than me, make more money than me.
His vanity never has been about his looks. His vanity is never. I've been watching this show since it started. His vanity has never been about his looks.
His
vanity is about him.
Yeah, it's the whole
exactly.
Package.
That's the point. It's the whole package. It's not just looks. It's looks, wrestlability, like money aspect. Like that's him being vain is the entire thing.
If you're watching this as a casual and you don't know he went to Turkey, this is literally left field. It makes no sense.
No, it does. If you've never watched it, you come in and see, match is hair versus title. It makes perfect sense.
And he's putting it over. He was like, I'm not cutting my hair. I'm not looking like one of these bald freaks.
And they did the perfect. The opening
was hilarious. Great. That was great. That was great TV to me.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Yes, but it. Okay, all right, okay, sure. He's never talked about his hair.
I will give you that. I may have never heard him say anything about his hair, but vanity, his whole look, has been talked about. And before, it sucks because I don't want to spin out of this into another story, but I know the same story is going to get this nigga on top on 10 again. But we have to talk about it.
Yeah, we ain't talked about nothing.
Will Ospreay.
Yeah, let's go.
Makes no sense. It's the worst. This is just as bad as the Blood. Honestly, I think it's worse than Bloodline stuff. Makes no sense.
I think it makes more sense than Bloodline, and I can give you a sports analogy of why it makes sense.
Bro, it's an anime arc mixed with Rocky 3, but it makes no sense. You
Nick,
literally
it's KD to the Warriors. That's what it is.
Did the Warriors purposely injure KD and try to take him out the game?
They couldn't win over them niggas. I don't say purposely injured, but he couldn't win.
Right. But
my point being is that
okay.
my point being here is that I can't beat you. I tried. I'm going to join you, and I'm going to get the championship that I want with you because y'all have something that I don't have. That's it.
He did. Well, first of all, Moxley has nothing that Will Ospreay wants, and Will Ospreay has beaten Moxley in this company at least 2 to 3 times.
They have the edge. Ospreay cares too much. Them niggas don't care about nothing. That's what they've been saying.
No. He literally tried to break his neck, kayfabe-wise.
Right.
He comes back for revenge. He loses the match. He calls in his bum friends from New Japan. They still lose the match.
Right.
He has another match. He gets kidnapped by the Death Riders.
Correct.
And now he's training with them.
Yes.
Because you're not a dog. See, this is the thing.
I'm trying to
you think
he's not a dog.
No, not according to Moxley. Moxley's viewpoint is you believe that you can beat me, but you can't. There's a part of you that you haven't unlocked because you're holding back. So I am going to help you unlock it. Now, here, if we're telling a true full story, if we're gonna say, well, Ospreay gets to the top, he gets the belt, yada yada yada, there should be a time where Mox is allowed, well, not allowed, but he gets the opportunity to step up to Will Ospreay so you can finish that story. You only know what I taught you. You don't know everything that I know. There's that piece there that lies there, so you can have them have that match for the belt if you want.
Which is where I see this shit going. That's kind of where I wanted to go. However, that's not how this shit plays out in this company. they don't play. It's never like that. But yes, it should be some moment of either Ospreay is I take your spot because I now have your pieces, or Mox gets his fucking shot. He has to take out Mox. Either it's something.
He's already beaten Mox in AEW
with the ability, with the moveset of the Death Riders techniques. That's what the mysticism here.
This nigga learned an elbow and an arm bar, and it still took him 15 minutes to beat Ace Austin, who's never won a freaking match.
Now that's a booking issue. That is not a character issue. That is TK trying to fill up. That's TK trying to fill up time. So as long as I have been paying attention to AEW and been on this podcast, the most consistent thing is, why is so-and-so going 50-50 with blah, blah. That is a company thought process.
Facts.
So, I've gotten over it because clearly that shit doesn't matter to TK. What matters to him is y'all go out there, put on a match, make the crowd pop. I need 6 false finishes, get your shit off, so at least the crowd is energetic. So the people that are in here look like they're having fun, and we can bring more people.
Get their money's worth.
That's literally I've gotten over it. That's just how he wants his matches wrestled. So you got to live with that.
But it doesn't make sense. This nigga has been wrestling for 15 years, and they're telling me he's never learned an arm bar. And then he learns an arm bar, and then he wins a match against someone who's never won before.
It's fucking crazy, right? Because I swear to God, I swear to you, it's like we've been sitting here and we want character development. You want a character to change. This is how that character changes. You can't ask for one thing and they give it to you and you don't like the way it's made. Go to a different fucking sandwich shop, nigga. They're trying to tell you we're trying to character develop here.
That's like LeBron just now trying to learn how to do a layup. He's been wrestling. He's been IWGP champion. He's beaten Moxley before. He's had multiple titles in this same
But
company.
you're taking one isolated move for this one particular match. We don't know if this turns out if he goes out and wins the fucking Owen off of this elbow and this arm lock. Okay, I'm with you. He should already know this fucking move. But I feel like it's going to evolve. I feel like he has to add more to his repertoire. Because I can't wrestle the way I wrestled. Because the way I wrestled before broke my fucking neck. I can't do it, right?
No,
he had the neck injuries before. He had the neck injuries before Mox. We know this.
Bro, he's not even selling the neck injury. He wasn't selling the neck injury during the pay-per-view.
He was definitely selling neck injuries.
No,
Bro,
there was some time. Listen. I'm telling you.
Doing this one time in a match before you go sprinting is different from actually selling something in the entire. And also, let me remind you, the arm bar that he won off of, he didn't work Ace Austin's arm the entire match. When Becky does her arm bar, her disarmer, she'll work your arm. Or Asuka, she does the Asuka lock. Daniel Bryan, he does the thing. He'll work the ligaments to get you weakened so that you tap out, so that it makes sense.
You're making me like a defender and an apologist. I'm just trying, all I'm trying to do is implore you to see what they're trying to do. And maybe you are, and it doesn't matter because you don't care because it don't make sense. I understand that, but what I'm telling you is I watched the match. There's a few times where he takes a bump on his back and head, and he lays there for a second, and the ref checks in, and he's still.
It's happening. It's not happening to where the effort that he wants it to happen.
It's not the WWE selling. It's not.
I'm trying to tell this nigga you cannot watch with that lens.
Selling. This is before WWE, bro. Selling is all a part of wrestling.
Stop watching it with that lens, nigga.
Bro,
it's fucking you up.
WWE, bro. We can watch old footage of stuff before WWF. We can watch stuff. We can watch old Flair tapes. We can watch stuff in Kentucky and Alabama and Atlanta. We can watch NWA.
You cannot watch this shit with that lens. You're gonna set yourself up for moments like this to get riled up.
You cannot
bring it back down. You add a 10, bring it to a 4, my nigga.
Okay,
it's just wrestling.
Okay.
Goddamn.
But I just want it to make sense. I think I want A to go to B to go to C. I don't think that's asking a lot.
Tony don't give you A to B to C. We know this, nigga. It's A to D to F to Z. It don't make no sense. Bring it back down. You're too high, my nigga. You're too high.
Iceman, I'm sorry.
I knew this was gonna be some shit. We would go from one story into the Osprey. We gotta bring it to a 4, my nigga. We gotta bring it to a 4. Remember, hey, my nigga, hey, it's still a show. We still got people that are listening. You know, they don't want to hear all that.
The wrestling is not bad.
The
wrestling's not bad. I like the wrestling. I just want the story to make sense, you guys.
It's not.
I like the words on the page. I just want it to make sense.
I will add this. In that the segment where they're training on the roof and shit, Moxley is showing him how to end his match with that headlock that Moxley does. So if there's continuity,
exactly,
he can end the match that way. Because to my knowledge, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, Moxley's the only one who finishes and ends his match that way.
Yes.
So if there does become a match between Will Ospreay and Moxley, Will Ospreay could try to use that, and it won't work because it's Moxley's shit, and he'll know how to counter it, and et cetera, et cetera. But yes, he manipulated Buddy's arm, did some leg shit, and Moxley is teaching him how to do his headlock.
Just choke takedown.
Yeah. So You can't put that on TV. I mean, you can. It doesn't make sense, but you can't put that on TV with Moxley specifically showing him how to do this move, like he abusing the fuck out of Willa Yuta, but showing you how to do this move, and then he doesn't use it when it's time to use it.
And people are pissed off at Ospreay for being with the Death Riders. Joe came out and was like, the fuck? 2 times. He did it this week and he did it the week before. Like, you chose to join them. The motherfuckers that hurt you. So everything you're saying about, like, why would you join them? The other talent is saying the same thing. When Joe came out this time, Ospreay's like, yo, I'm sorry. He's telling Joe, he's wording, I'm sorry. Like, I had to. We don't know why yet. Hopefully that gets flushed out. Maybe it doesn't. I don't fucking know. But they're trying to show you that there is consequences to what he's doing here. Also, the last time Ospreay was like mad champion was heel Ospreay. He has to go back to being like a little bit more ruthless here to get what he wants. I think that's the bigger story they're trying to tell.
Bro,
Are
you told me he wasn't you told me he didn't have that feud with MJF where he won the title, and then the other feud where he won the title
IWGP.
also.
Like when he's the head, when he was running the head of the show, he was heel. When he fought Kenny, he was a heel.
We are talking about AEW, and even then, he still fought John Moxley.
AEW. That was a Forbidden Door match.
Okay, and then he fought Moxley at Forbidden Door as well. He fought Moxley twice for the U.S. title, IWGP U.S. title.
Who was the baby face or the heel in that match?
Who the hell knows anymore? Because honestly, at this point, it's hard to tell who's a babyface and who's a heel. I can't even tell who's a heel or babyface with Roman Fatu. You want me to do it for AEW?
Once again, out of 4, I'm just trying to let you know at that point in time, we don't know if that was heel Ospreay or heel Mox. And now bringing it back to today, maybe you have to cross that line to be world champion. That's what he has to deal with. DT.
This is it's off topic, but I gotta put it in here. This is the reason why TKO is asking WWE people to take cuts. That MMA match with Ronda Rousey and Gina, that shit was 17 seconds. Yes.
Oh damn.
17 seconds in the first round. Ronda made her tap. 17 seconds into the match. So that's an example of why they're because we're putting all this money out, spending all this money on marketing, and y'all get in there. Yes, y'all fighting for real, and shit is real, but it's only 17 seconds. Is it the police on your side or something? You alright?
Either I got a crackhead outside howling, or there's a dog howling.
Well, it is the Pacific Northwest, so I'll probably lean towards a crackhead.
Could be the combination, honestly. It could be a hybrid.
It could be a crack dog.
It could definitely be a crack dog.
But
definitely be a crack dog.
Crack dog. Hey, I saw that show on Nickelodeon.
Or it could be a woman crying. I don't fucking know. I can get the fuck out of here.
But yeah, these UFC matches, these big matches, y'all spend 4 or 5 months promoting. You put them on these different media platforms. You're paying for the advertising, paying for the TV spots, and then you get in there, and then it's 17 seconds.
Yeah,
and then what? I'm supposed to go home? Like I waited all day for the main event, and then I'm supposed to go home?
Hey, bro, that's combat sports. This is wrestling.
But that's
you can give a nigga 10.
But that's what I'm saying. Gonna happen. Like that's what I'm saying. That's why they're doing that.
Well, I mean, I think a part of the reason they're doing or asking for cuts, again, they only asked 6 people, but I feel like it was mostly people that are not being used or not on TV a lot. Does that mean the New Day? Absolutely not, because they were being used, they were on TV. I think they asked the New Day, I think it was really disrespectful. But according to the other stuff, they asked for the people.
Yeah, they weren't used how I would like them to be used, but they were used.
They were on TV weekly.
They were on
TV. But they shouldn't have been asked to take a pay cut.
We're gonna tap into SmackDown before we get out of here. Just key moments I just want to talk about here. First off,
wait, no, real quick, no, because we got the Owen Hart. Now? We got the women's Owen Hart.
Oh, okay, yeah.
2 of these people are injured, and TK's like, we'll just postpone it. Nigga, you have so much women talent on this
true.
roster. You couldn't just switch two people?
I believe the two people that you're...
It's Persephone and Saraya.
Sari. And
Persephone's in a boot right now.
And so is Stephanie. We waited for Stephanie. So it can
Stephanie
happen. It
who?
depends. Back here.
Nigga, that's a whole different... Bruh,
Well, I mean, like, in general, like, as far as injuries, we don't know
Right.
the level of the severity of the injury.
It's just
so
the
a
thing
boot
is-
can mean anything.
You made a tournament of an 8 bracket. You have so many other women that you could use. Why are you gonna postpone a tournament for two people that are injured? You could put Deonna Purrazzo in there, begging for TV time. Nyla Rose. There's Britt Baker. There's Ty Mello. There's DeMonte. There's so many like we could. There's like 30 women they could put in there.
But
he
wants to
Is
use.
Athena in there?
Yes,
Athena is in there. Yes.
he wants to do his like to showcase the international talent because the finals will be at Forbidden Door. You know that's where we're going here. So with Persephone being the CMLL, you want her to be in there. Sari is the best women's wrestler in Japan right now. I would wait too. But you do have a point. You could use somebody else, but nobody's coming with the Japanese crowd like Sari is. That's why he wants her.
But she's not going to sell extra tickets. You can choose any other Japanese women's wrestler.
There's
still Shida. There's, bro. You still have Shida. You still have the first AEW's women champion. I can't remember her name right now.
That you're speaking like a nigga who ain't seen a Sari match. I'm just saying you can't say that.
Bruh, you have a tournament of like literally 12 people. You can choose somebody else, especially
Good.
if they're not winning. Unless she is winning.
And that I don't know. Nobody.
But there's two injured people. So unless both of them are winning, you could switch someone out.
I can tell you that she won't lose to Sky Blue. If you're waiting for her, she's not losing to Sky Blue. So she's moving on to the next round. Mina's facing Athena. Mina's in the storyline right now trying to figure out who the fuck attacked Toni Storm. So it won't be Mina. You'll get
Right.
Athena versus Sari, which is a marquee match that people want to fucking see. That's a match that would do fucking numbers.
Right. And also, where's Mercedes? We haven't seen her since December. There's so many other women on this
she's
talent.
coming back soon.
Bro, the point
the
is,
last
there's
belt that she had is up right now, so she should be coming back. If not in New York, very fucking soon.
What you say is logical, but I can't. I'm sorry. There's way too many women on this roster for you to like postpone a tournament for two people when you could just switch them if one of them is not winning.
That I don't. Like once again, I don't know. I'm looking now at the other side. It's Willow and Windsor. Windsor's with Brawling Birds. Willow doesn't have a TBS like opponent yet, but has been having challenges. So I don't know, or open challenges. So I don't know where that's going to go.
Right. And she's won
Persephone
before.
versus Hazuki, I have no idea. Both of them are fucking fire competitors. I have no idea what the women's idea or what the women's title looks like. I do know whoever is in this is supposed to face fucking Tekla.
Right.
And what makes the most sense here? Fuck if I know. No clue. But I know Tekla has Japanese ties. So it could be a Japanese wrestler that could fight Tekla. So I don't know, once again, but it would make sense. As far as waiting, I get you. I wouldn't wait either. But Sari's the greatest, or one of the greats, and Persephone has been on a run. And I know Tony wants to sign Persephone. He's trying to do...
She has the
dual contract.
Deal. Yeah, she
but
has,
I believe it's a short-term dual contract deal. I don't think it's a long-term deal. Yeah, as far as the men's side,
Brian Cage
I would assume it's
back.
Ospreay.
It should be Ospreay. It should be Ospreay. That would make the most sense.
Brian Cage did come back. He had a good match against fucking
Kevin Knight.
Mm-hmm. Men's side is Samoa Joe, Ospreay. I expect Ospreay to push through that. Because the next lineup is Mark Davis and Jack Perry. Nobody wants to see Jack, but Mark Davis and Will Ospreay, there's a story there that you could tell. Former partners, one's in Don Callis' family, one's not, XYZ. Opposite end, Swerve and Bandito, which is at Double or Nothing. Fuck if I know. I think probably Swerve.
Swerve, more likely.
Claudio versus Brody King, and then you get Swerve and Brody, and that's that whole most dangerous man lineup again. And you probably do Ospreay versus Swerve, which would make sense. So I, once again, don't know. That's just me being logical here.
Which means
You
they're gonna do a pivot somewhere.
No, absolutely. Something's not going to go right. Absolutely.
Jack is gonna win, or something's gonna be crazy.
1,000%. That is a high percentage shot that Jack Perry may win the Owen. It'd be fucking Darby versus Jack.
You just, like everything you just said was logical, which means
It makes too
at
much
least
sense.
one pivot.
No, it makes too much sense. It makes way too much sense. I'd be on point. Like, oh, my stories are making sense. Everything's lining up, and then fucking Darby wins the belt. Like, all this shit can be gone in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Now that that's over, I do want to talk about SmackDown real quick before we get out. We got a couple minutes here. Shout out Trick Willie. Biggest pop I've seen for a star in a minute. Granted, he was at home, so it was a hometown crowd, but he had that bitch booming.
Mm-hmm.
And Yachty makes him look good. Like, they're doing really good, man. Like, that's one bright spot of SmackDown that I do enjoy. The other part that I enjoyed comes later, but I saw that it was Hobbs versus Keys versus Gunther as a main event. I saw a clip on fucking Twitter.
Number one contenders match.
I was like, oh, I gotta go check this out. I didn't know it was a number one contenders match until I watched the show, right? And the way he did it was so fucking G. Gunther, you want to play these games and not sign? Oh, fuck it, I'll go sign right here. Like, move out the way, player. Let me go get this.
And the reason why it's dope is because it speaks to his theme music and what he's been telling Jacob for the last 3 weeks. Hey, homie, where we from? We take what we want, all right? So then, when Gunther fucking playing on the phone, on the microphone, his music hits, and the first lyrics you hear is, we take what we want. And he walked right out there. If you ain't gonna do it, nigga, I will. I'm not playing games with you.
And it was a good match.
Yeah.
Like, that was big meaty man bumping meats. Like,
Is Gunther considered a big meaty man though?
Not as much anymore. He did slim down, but hey, he's still tall though.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
He'll still power bomb your ass.
I was gonna say something fucking nuts. I was like, yeah, he like meat adjacent. Like,
he beyond meat. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he like meat adjacent.
Beyond Gunther, nigga.
Hobbs did a great job. I did understand the addition of Solo. The funny thing about the Solo edition though is that he came to the fucking ring and was like, Will, get up, Will, like loud as fuck. And I'm like, who the fuck is he talking about? And I'm realizing this nigga's calling him Will Hobbs. I'm like, Solo, we gotta reel it in.
Nah, that's intentional.
That's him.
He's not gonna. That shit's intentional.
It's like,
I'm giving
Will.
Yeah.
Get him, Will. I was like,
I'm giving Solo that credit. I'm giving Solo that credit until he doesn't deserve that credit no more. Because we can't sit here and talk about how great and charismatic Solo has been on the mic since
he's great.
He's got his own MFT, and then
He's the best in the bloodline.
And
the
then
tree.
just assume that he did that on accident. That shit's on purpose. Especially, I mean. We all know what you're saying, Jacob. Like
Solo. We've talked about it. Solo should have had a belt, at least one run with the belt.
Yeah,
he did
by now.
Or he had the U.S. title. What you mean?
No. WWE champion. We need the mountaintop belt.
He gonna get that, bro.
Solo's great. Like, yeah, Solo's great.
As far as that, I didn't really see anything else that I felt like I wanted to talk about on SmackDown. I mean, is there anything that you had that you saw that you want to mention here?
Nah.
I see that they're stemming, or not stemming, but they're planting Jade and Charlotte. Like, that's
cool.
That's happening right now.
Yeah, I mean that's been a year, 2 years in the making. But the question is it going to be for gold or not?
Hopefully, it'll make more sense.
Because, it is what it is. I ain't gonna say nothing.
That would mean that Rhea would have to lose that belt. But to who?
I wouldn't mind that.
Of course.
I don't think she should stay on SmackDown.
What's she gonna do?
Yeah, she should go to Rhea. She should be a Raw. Rhea's a very Raw coded wrestler.
Is she a Raw coded wrestler because you're used to seeing her on Raw?
No. I think she's one of the biggest women stars, and you want one of the biggest women stars on the big show that's on Netflix.
Okay,
but
so
if you are a big star, you can do that over here too.
But you can switch them out. Trade her with Io.
No, they're not gonna do that because they already separated them and broke up their little ship. So if we put Rhea over there, then who does she have to feud with? And I'm gonna see how long it take for you to get to that.
Who does who have the feud? Who does who have the feud?
Rhea. If you put Rhea on Raw, who does she have to feud with?
You got Sol Ruka. You can redo Becky. There's
going.
Roxanne. There's they can call somebody up.
See, you're going around it to avoid it, but eventually it would happen again.
Well, eventually you would have to go back to Liv, but you can also switch Liv.
You would have to break up the Judgment Day.
Oh, that's never happened before. It's not like they have rotating door full of athletes that come in and out.
When that happens, it'll be for a reason. They're not just going to switch them around, just to switch them willy-nilly.
I feel like they're building that right now.
They lost like 7 people since Judgment Day started. Like, what are we talking about?
Yes, and each time it's been I don't want to say cataclysmic, but it's been a big event. It's been a big reason. Niggas don't just, I'm going over here, peace. Like, something has to happen for that to happen. Now, if you're saying that they've already planted the seeds of Roxanne and Finn, and that's ultimately going to be the demise of Judgment Day, then maybe.
I don't think anything big happened when Edge left, besides just him beating the demon.
They stomped that nigga out. When they stomped him out of Judgment
It's
Day.
true.
That's how they unveiled.
He got jumped
Finn.
out.
Okay, so Carlito, R-Truth.
He got cut.
Cut.
Is that big?
Yes. For R2.
Yes, what the fuck? Getting out of that, because we can spend time on that. I do want to bring up something, because we had mentioned it earlier to where H was talking about like AAA and like how you have Penta, right? We have the best of the best here. On SmackDown, we get the video package for Blake Monroe, right? She's allegedly coming to SmackDown here. And I was watching it, and I was like, damn, as once again from the actor lens, what role does Blake play here, right? You have your pinnacle of the blonde bombshell, which is Tiffany Stratton. That's who that is.
It's not Charlotte Flair?
I was going to get there, right? Okay. Hold on. So, the bombshell is Tiffy, right? But Tiffy is the predecessor of like Charlotte. Or successor of like Charlotte, right?
Yes.
So, where does Blake fit in this rotation here? Because you're not better than like Stratton, and you're definitely not Charlotte, but they all look the same here.
She's better than Stratton.
So, the only way in my mind to draw a line and to create a difference or differentiate between the two is Triple H and creative have to let Blake Monroe do something they don't normally let women do. Blake has to be the kind of character that's like, we've all seen the Mean Girls, or if you haven't seen the Mean Girls, watch the Mean Girls. But she has to essentially be, I think it's Georgina, correct me if I'm wrong. She has to be so vile and such a backstabbing ass bitch and be vicious in order to separate, so you're not just putting a bunch of sexy blondes that wrestle. You have to let her do what she did in AEW against Toni Storm. Now, I'm not saying every match has to end with blood spurting out of her forehead, but you have to let her bleed. You have to let her be vile and vicious, and she has to take out Chelsea in a way that's ridiculous. She has to take, like, all the people that we quote unquote love. She has to destroy them in ways that are uncommon in women matches in order for her to be viewed differently, as opposed to just this pretty blonde that stares in the mirror at herself and that thinks highly of herself. Otherwise, if you don't do that, then she's coming in at a deficit already, because like you said, there's already 2 or 3 girls over there that's blonde, that wrestle, that do whatever. So in my opinion, if you're not letting her do that, she should be on Raw.
I can see that. And that was just my general question, because I was like, damn, like I saw the video package, like, man, this felt made in Manhattan, maybe some high fashion or whatever. But then I was like, damn, that's also like kind of what Tiffy does here.
And it's what Chelsea does. Chelsea does it in a very funny way, but Chelsea's very primpy, prissy, very dressed up, done up. Yeah.
And so I was just concerned, like, as far as, like, the acting and, like, the stage set and, like, the episode we're shooting, how do we make your character different than everybody else's? Where do you fit in this book? That's all I was asking.
Somebody got to dye your hair, bro. That's the easiest. Honestly, that's the easiest way. Because Raw just got Sol Ruka and they have Liv, so like, it's not gonna be Charlotte. So Blake or Tiffany should just dye their hair, bro.
Somebody did switch Rhea and Tiffy, like switch their gimmicks,
attire.
Yeah, and like gimmick and everything, like hair and everything. And in that photo, the goth looked decent on Tiffy. It's not gonna happen because she's the Barbie. But you can't have 3 Barbies. You just can't.
Right.
You can't have the Supreme Queen Barbie, the new Barbie, and then the up and coming Barbie. Like Blake got to be stabbing bitches. Like literally, like I would be poking bitches in the kidneys or something. She has to do something.
Somebody has to be like demented, but not like demon or like supernatural. But you just got to be like, oh, we got to stay the fuck away from her, kind of thing. And I just don't know if they're capable of like showing or doing that. I don't know yet.
Damn, nigga, you ain't gonna mute the chicken wing? You over there? I can hear the meat coming off the bone. Yeah, bro. Hey, you smacking it, bro. Hey, what's fucked up is this is a black podcast. Like that
popped out a chicken out of nowhere. I was like, this nigga over here smacking like a motherfucker.
Talk about some,
but it brought me back to pre-pod, nigga, pre-production, where this nigga was talking about DT and the scraping of his bowl, and this nigga over here ending the episode with a chicken wing in his mouth. This is some shit. This is some shit, bro. I tell you right now. Nigga,
we ain't get paid by them, but shout out to Wingstop, you know what I'm saying? Big Dominic, you know what I'm saying?
This nigga got comfortable. He's not in no conversations. Somebody got down here, and then the chicken wing popped out. What the fuck?
Well, it sounded like we was winding down. I was just I thought it was about to close out, you know? I was about to say my outro.
You right.
Tell people to follow us on
It's
Spotify.
time to get out of here. We did it. All right, we did the big one. We covered everything. It's time for us to get out of here. Fuck, that's funny as fuck though. Closing thoughts. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to get off here? I know Double or Nothing is next week, so we won't have that episode next week. But the following week we'll talk about it.
No, it's the week after. Isn't it the 30th?
No, it's the 23rd, and then the 30th is Clash in Italy.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, which is an early show too.
Okay, I may or may not be watching Clash on Italy, and I'll tell y'all why off camera.
Okay.
Or off production, whatever. But I will say, what will I say? I will say this. Even though me and Hero argued about it a little bit, he's right. Y'all need to do something with it. I know y'all out there listening, because somehow our ideas always end up happening. Y'all need to do something with Roman, man. Something. Yes, he could put over his family, and I'm sure y'all gonna bring in Zilla Fatu and at some point, but y'all gotta do something.
I will give you this. He does work the best when it's with family. He gives his all when it's with family.
Yeah,
like,
or if they ain't Samoan and it's not Seth Rollins, it is what it is.
Well, hey,
Punk, I throw Phil in there. I throw Phil.
Yeah, him and Punk was working real well.
Him and Punk was working.
Hey, that's because that's money, though.
Also, this true.
Okay, so I gotta be worth the money.
This is true.
That's the only way you gonna get him is the money.
You put another Samoan in front of him, he gonna give you the best. He gonna take all the bumps for his family.
Yeah, he made Bronson Reed look strong. He got stretchered out. Nigga took his shoes like he was Debo and shit.
Yeah.
He does work. So, but you are correct.
God forbid you Drew or LA Knight though. You can't be a regular white nigga. If you ain't Kobe,
I can't be. No. If you ain't a Shield, brother, it's not happening.
Yeah. If you ain't part of the Shield, hey, bro,
it's not happening.
Good riddance.
They already planted that seed. That seed. So it's gotta happen. It'll probably happen after.
And it has to happen before any one of these niggas get injured.
And I keep saying that. I keep saying that.
There's only one that gets injured because there's only one that works on a consistent basis.
Yeah, let that be your shot that you take. The fact of the matter is,
it has to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, that's a factual thing.
But it has to happen sooner or later.
So it's not.
We don't need to wait till WrestleMania. That's all I'm saying. They do this thing where they want to like drag these stories. We don't got time for that. Nigga, make this shit pop. Make it happen. And then if we get to that time again and we want to rehash another story or bring it back, bring it back. But
we can always run it back.
Yeah.
We can do a Seth versus Roman too. Honestly, this needs to be a 3-match series.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly, it's more than that. It's more than that. My dude is like 4-1.
that's exactly why Roman got to win. He got to start beating that nigga.
Yeah, at some point. Either way,
I mean,
we all agree that we need to
Rock
see it
beat Stone
sooner
Cold
rather
one
than
time.
later.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Bro. My hands up. Hands up, don't shoot.
We're going to get out of here. We spent enough time here. We will catch y'all in the next episode. This has been real. Peace out.
2 Sweet Space Cowboys. Love you guys.
Believe in the wave. And your tribal chief.